What's going on, Eagles Nation? This is your boy, AK Eagles, and welcome to a late night Uncensored hour. Appreciate everyone for being here. Please hit that like button, that subscribe button, and turn your notification bell on so you know when I go live like this or drop some content. Appreciate each and every one of you. And tonight we're going to talk our Philadelphia Eagles. Let's get it. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. I will be dropping the link in the chat here in a little while for some people to come on and talk if they want to. But for right now, I got a special guest in the back, somebody who has been a fan of mine and supported me since day one. He gets on here and tries to talk all the time, but, there's so many people in, so I'm going to give him his one-on-one time. Everyone, appreciate you for coming in, and please welcome my guest, Coach Dante. Appreciate you, sir. How you doing, man? Been a while.
Man, I'm doing great, man. Just enjoying, my birthday today, 32nd birthday. If y'all guys don't know, appreciate everybody that was in my chat early on, talking football, talking, basketball talk early on. But like I said, it's just enjoying the day, man. Treating every other day like it's no other day, like it's really actually normal day,
Yeah, man, no doubt, and definitely happy birthday, man. I just had my birthday back in March, and I turned 35, and I wish I could be 32 again. So I'm right there with you, man. Real quick before we start here, go and give a couple shout outs. What's good, BLSG? Appreciate you for being here, bro. Yes, sir. Figured it would be a great time to have an uncensored night tonight. Just some adult time, talking, bullshitting, and enjoying ourselves and just talking some Eagles football, man. What's good, prime time? And sorry to hear that, man. And definitely we will keep your mind at ease and try to talk some Eagles football as much as possible and, get better, buddy. Yo, Van City, what's good, man? Raiders, how you doing, sir? Gio, yes, sir. He says, happy birthday, Coach.
Appreciate it, G. Appreciate it, Gio.
Happy birthday from Prime Time.
Appreciate it, Prime.
So listen, man, first and foremost, let's go all the way back to where off-season started, because of all the acquisitions we got during the draft and A.J. Brown, man, some of these guys have kind of slipped behind the scenes a little bit, First and foremost, man, Hassan Riddick, he's 27 years old. This kid is just in his prime. Over the last 2 years, he had like 25 sacks, which is like one of the top people in the league, So, what are you looking at Riddick for this season, and what do you think like his high ceiling is for,
I look at Riddick, man, as a guy that can play off the edge, that can stop the run. He's very good at getting after the quarterback. He had a great season last year, by far his best season in the National Football League. He was high coming out of the draft his rookie year, really high talent coming out of Temple. He came from a small school in Temple. So, when you come from a small school, you kind of get overlooked a little bit and you kind of get your talent kind of, under-evaluated a little bit. But, again, with the Cardinals, it kind of didn't work out. He showed some flashes of what he can be. But against, a pretty much good defense in Carolina last year, this was definitely his last year. That was his best year. Down to 11. I think he had about 11 sacks last year. 11. I think I picked it up a couple of nights ago when I was going through their schedule review. I think he did let the team in sacks and 11 sacks. The defense was actually pretty solid last year, even though they were ranked in the high 20, like the low 20s. But I mean, when your offense can't score points, you have a bad quarterback like Sam Darnold, and the offense turn the ball over so much, it puts the defense in bad situations. Then Hassan Riddick was just that guy last year. Now coming with the Philadelphia Eagles, he got balance on the defensive line. I mean, getting Jordan Davis out of the draft, who's a run stopper, who's basically just going to be a run stopper. You probably don't need him too much to be a pass rusher. Sometime he'll get home, sometime he not, but he's basically not to stop the run game. They got Javon Hargraves, who's came along last year pretty solid, came along pretty much. And you got over there Josh Sweat, and you got the leader Brandon Graham coming back. So again, you got depth all over the defensive line. I love when you have that depth on that defensive line as well, in case someone get hurt. But the Sun ready, I expect them to be very good this year. I expect them to get after the quarterback, and I expect the Eagles front defensive line to be able to stop the run and get after the quarterback this year.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like the way Howie has built this line, there's no excuses. But yeah, no lie, man. In all honesty, I'm predicting roughly around 16 sacks for Hassan Riddick this year. His sack total keeps going up. Like you said, he was at 11 last year. And in all honesty, man, he wasn't working with the defensive line last year that he's working with this year. So it only should get better for him. You know what I mean? Plus, he's in his hometown. He's playing for his home people and his family. Like, dude, the shoes are much bigger here in Philadelphia for him. So I only expect him to be 10 times better than where he was everywhere else.
Yeah, they had an underrated, pretty much defensive line too, man. Like I say, the defense wasn't that bad for the Carolina Panthers. I know they were ranked in the mid 20s, I believe 21st last year, but they were ranked in the mid 20s. Like I said, that because most of the quarterback play was so bad last year that the defense, like they lost J.C. Horn, who was playing some good ball at cornerback before he tore his ACL up against Houston. I remember that game. It was a non-contact injury. He kind of messed it up a little bit in Houston, but the defense was actually pretty solid. Kind of like the depth that they got. Brian Burns, that showed to be a capable pass rusher for them, and Hassan Riddick having his best year as a Carolina Panther. So they had a pretty good underrated defense last year. It may seem like they were 21st in the National Football League, but again, when your offense is not scoring points, that really takes a lot of puts a lot of load up on that defensive side of the football.
Yeah, no, listen, man, it's only helping us at this point. Yeah, in all honesty. But we haven't really talked since after the draft, though, either, man. And like I said earlier, when you come in here, we're always full. You don't get a chance to talk. So, I figured, heck, let's do it now. Listen, I heard you talk about Jordan Davis a little bit. I've been high on this kid, well before the draft was even started. Halfway into last year's season, I was already saying I want him, This kid is a force to be reckoned with. He really is. I mean, I understand he might not have the pass game experience, and people question that. But a dude with his athleticism, with his size, it should not be possible. Like, let's just be honest. No man that huge should be able to move that fast. Like that's ridiculous. You're right. He will be very, very, very effective in the run game. And I believe that is why the Eagles did draft him, because we're tired of being run up the middle on. We've had that the last couple of years. So he should definitely solidify that interior defensive line. But I really, truly believe that this kid can actually develop into being a very good pass rusher as well. They're not going to be able to triple team him like they were in the NCAA. In college, you can't triple team in the NFL. You're going to get murdered. You can double team him, but somebody's coming free and with all the weapons. So how valuable is Jordan Davis to this whole defensive front, even though he is a rookie with limited snaps?
I mean, I don't know if he's gonna start. I think he's gonna get some. I think he's gonna get some good reps though. I think he's gonna get some good reps. I think he's somewhere near the line. in the season he's going to get a start because somebody may end up getting injured. Let me knock on the table right now, but he's going to definitely get a lot of time. And then again, like I say again, um, in college, you look at his tape. The teams they could not double him because you had the best linebackers in the country. You had Clay Walker. You had I think you had Channing over there too. The linebackers, they all three linebackers, Dean, Quay Walker, Channing, they all had 6 sacks apiece. The linebackers was the leaders of the team in sacks at 6 sacks apiece. Dean had 6 sacks. Channing had 6 sacks. You had Quay Walker having 6 sacks. They had the best defensive line. So it's nowhere in the world you could double Jordan Davis. And like I said, a guy with that speed and that fast, a big guy like that, should be a crazy good in the run game. I mean, like I said again, may not get to the quarterback all the time because you got a lot of guys that can float to the football in Georgia, but he definitely is going to make an impact in the running game by running that. They run the football up the middle. He's definitely going to make an impact. I mean, when you got so many dominant guys like they had, and you got the best linebacking crew in college football, that takes a lot of pressure off your shoulder. Then you can also have a lot of rest too because you ain't got to play every single down when you're that deep like that. You don't have to play every single down, so it kind of absorbs a little bit of an energy. And sometimes the reason why he can not have a high motor is because again you got everybody that's on that defense so freaking good. Like I said again, you're gonna have less of a motor when you're seeing everybody else around you evolving and playing good. You can take plays off. You're allowed to take plays off. They were literally the best defense in college, all around. Safety, two cornerbacks, the linebackers position, getting sacks, having average 6 sacks for all three linebackers. Man, that's just crazy. That's how crazy that defense was. But like I said again, he was able to chill. He was on some chill mode sometimes. But all Americans on that defense.
Yeah, for sure. And then I'll bring something up here in a second. But no, Van, no lie, man. I know you wanted Jordan Davis, and I'm glad you didn't get him because that's the last damn thing you fucking need on your team.
No, I like to be honest. I would have took a Jordan Davis if we pick him, but my first thought wasn't Jordan Davis. If we stayed at 13, I wanted Kyle Hamilton actually. I wanted to get Kyle Hamilton or another safety, but like I say, if we had got Jordan Davis, I wouldn't be really upset. Like I say, because we got the best cornerback off the board. Because I kind of liked it with Nick Caserio getting offensive line help for Davis Mills, and you got the second best interior lineman off the board in Kenyon Green. He was the second best interior lineman. But like I said, it shows like he was the best because again, he was dropped it like in front of Zion Johnson. He was dropped it right in front of him. So they value him as the best interior lineman. So Jordan Davis was been picked by Houston. I would be pretty okay with that. But like I say, if Kyle Hamilton was going to be right there, I would have loved Kyle Hamilton at that spot or wide receiver. But the wide receivers was coming off the board so fast in that draft, in that first round of the draft. I question us getting a wide receiver, but I would have really liked the Kyle Hamilton. But again, hey, I'm impressed with Nick Caserio with picking up that offensive line help.
Yeah, no, and yeah, like I said, the Van's up there speaking about Raider Nation and they how he wanted it. Like, dude, if you would have teamed Jordan Davis up with Chandler Jones and Max Crosby, oh my god, that would have been disgusting. Like, I'm just gonna say right now, like that defensive line would have been crazy. So I'm really glad you did not get him. But no lie, man. Listen, we got Nakobe Dean somehow, some way in this draft. He fell all the way to the third. How much does Jordan Davis being on this team and vice versa, Nakobe Dean being on this team benefit both of them? It has to in some way, right? Playing together
and stuff, having that chemistry together, hanging out together all the time. Like when you're coming from the same school and you're tight and you're winning the national championship and you're end up on the same NFL, you would never think when you go into the NFL draft or any type of draft, you would never think you will play together. You at some point in your career, you're gonna think you want to play together because you're a college teammate, but you would never think you will spend a year at Georgia, then be back on the same NFL team. That's got to be really That's got to be really good to them. to be back on the same NFL team. I got two guys that's on the same NFL team too that played for Bama last year, and Christian Harris and John Mechie. They played for Bama last year together. Played to Bama uh, together. But again, I think the Kobe Dean, like I said, I'm not worrying about his size a little bit because again, you don't like he's a flat out middle linebacker. I mean, he doesn't really have to cover too much, but in the flats or but over the middle, so he doesn't really have to cover too much. And I like the way his intensity to get to the football, man. He's always around the football. At Georgia, he was always around the football. He's got very good speed. And that Michigan game, you watch that Michigan game, whoo, man, I'm telling you, man, Kobe Dean was just off the chart in that Michigan game. He flat out dominated that football game. All I kept seeing, Kobe Dean sideline for sideline. He forced a fumble in that game. He was all over the place. And Kobe Dean is a guy that you will always see at the football in every single play, no matter what it is. And also, I mean, he's a pretty solid cover guy, a little bit of cover guy, solid cover
Yeah.
guy as well. So Kobe Dean be all over the place, man. And that Michigan game, if anybody looked at that Michigan game, go watch that Michigan game. Kobe Dean was all over the place against Michigan, all over the place, all over the field.
Bro, I just can't wait to see this.
Yep.
Like it's going to be awesome. I think Dean is going to have a pretty solid career here. But let's keep on the linebacking core because Knighting said it earlier. He's very excited about this linebacking core, and we should be.
Yep.
My only hope is that Kaiser White doesn't end up being another Wilson from last year. We all do have high hopes for him. He also did the same thing Wilson did the year before, came in with ice tackles, and it's one of those things where it's like, well, is he going to stay on that path? Now he seems to have a good head on his shoulders. He seems to be smart, but that's kind of a wait and see moment. You pair him up with Dean and TJ Edwards, but a lot of people they forget about Davion Taylor. They forget about Sean Bradley. These guys are going into year 2 and 3, so do they have any hope at this point? Because
I think you got Edwards, who came along last year, who was okay, pretty good last year at his time. Yeah, but like I said again, I mean, when you got a guy like Kobe Dean, who's a draft steal, and you got a guy like Kaiser White, it's not many balls to go around. It's not many balls too much go around. Like Singleton was the leading tackler of the team last year, but some of that came as a starter, and so a lot of that came as a backup. I thought Singleton did better as a backup, like coming off the sideline, then starting as well. Singleton, what's up, my guy Dunn? That's my guy, man. That's my boy. That's my boy Dunn. Me and Dunn always thinking alike, basically. We almost thinking alike, but yeah, go check that Michigan game out. That guy was just a long beast in that Michigan game. But again, back to the question. I said again, it's not enough balls to go around. I mean, you definitely got a better linebacking core, Kaiser White, who definitely led his team in tackling last year. Singleton led the team in tackling, but I say Singleton is a small linebacker. He's really a really definite. He's a linebacker last year that was kind of playing cornerback. When you look at that frame, the guy was getting trucked last year as a linebacker. He was getting trucked all over the place last year and thrown around. Yeah, he will probably be right there on assistant of the play. But when I look at Singleton, he was getting really thrown around and punished every single time. You saw running backs and guys going right at him over the middle. Even a lot of balls was thrown at him over the middle. So again, I think I like this position, the linebacker position, Dean, Kaiser White, and Edwards. Man, I really like that those three right there. And with Dean, it's like right there in the middle, man. I really like that. But I mean, Taylor, man, I'm just all it is, man. I think he's gonna get some rotational minutes, and then you got Kyron Johnson again from Kentucky. I think you just got better guys in front of you. That just like me and Lindy said on that safety position, Kayvon Wallace. You just got guys that's in front of you, and when you get your opportunity, you gotta take advantage of it. Kayvon Wallace just haven't shown the coaching staff enough that he's willing to be out there. He just haven't shown them enough. So I mean, again, his best thing is like special teams. If you can't make the team somewhere else, just focus on special teams, make it towards special teams. And I like the linebacking core that the Eagles got. I like that linebacking core right there. Dean, Kazir White, and Edwards. I like that. I like that lineup right there. Those are solid 3 linebackers that can come up, that can hit you in the run game. That's all over the field. I kind of like that. I mean, it's just telling them just outnumber by better players, man.
Yeah, in all honesty, dude, I honestly think Taylor has a chance.
Yep.
Listen, the kid made very big strides last year, especially during OTAs and all that stuff, and preseason. But then he got injured, and injuries held him back last year. If this kid can truly stay healthy, Taylor might be able to make some noise, But if Kaiser comes in here and just completely wipes the table and dominates, then probably not,
Yep. And Kazir White is a safety. He is a converted safety as well. I just looked that up a couple of days ago. So, like I say, if Taylor's going to get some of those, I think he's going to get some backup reps too. I think he's going to be a rotation guy too that you can throw out there at times. But like I say, Kazir White is a converted safety as well. If you can kind of put him back there as well. So again, but I like him more at linebacker. He emerged at linebacker. I like him more actually right there at that linebacker spot.
Yeah. And I got to say, man, listen, I know a lot of people, safety has been really the talk about our teams this past week because, after Bradbury, everyone's like, well, safety position is the only one we got left. And in all fairness, that is true. But I truly, truly think that we actually might have something special already here. And that is in Marcus Epps. Well, yeah, and I've actually liked the kid all last year too. I mean, granted, he filled in for McLeod during his injury and stuff, but listen, he was always around the ball. He was always making plays. He can tackle very well. He's built with a Madden truck stick, and he seems to always be at the right place at the right time. I think this kid will only get better as he plays more, but dude, we might actually have I wouldn't say future star, but definitely a solid piece that we might not know that we have. How do you feel?
I love it, man. I love the tape. Me and Lindy was talking about it the other day, man. Again, I know everybody want a better safety and everybody want a Jesse Bates train, but like I say, just by having those 2 cornerbacks, Darius Slate and Bradbury, it takes a lot of load off your secondary. And I think Epps, man, if like I say, I watched this guy all last year make big play after big play. I go back to that 4th down stop against Tampa Bay. I go back to the fumble against Tampa Bay that he forced. I go back to some big plays against the Chargers that he had against the Chargers. Man, like I say, this guy made a lot of plays last year. Not saying he's going to be a stud all-star, but like I say, I think he keeps working. He has the overall potential, especially you got 2 lockdown corners on the edge. It's only gonna help him out even better. It's only gonna help him out even more. But like I say again, I like Epps, man. I think we got to get this guy a chance. Sometime when you look for the big fish, man. Hey, man, like I say, you just gotta realize what you got on the team, man. I don't like too much going, especially Jesse Bates, knowing you got to pay him immediately and you got to come off a first round potential draft pick on a top 3 safety in the NFL. I kind of want to stick my chances out with Epps because you got a better, you got 2 cornerbacks. You got 2 cornerbacks that can take out their guys. That could take away their guys. So again, you got a 1A, you got a 1B, and Darius Slay who can stay on the island by themselves. So it allows your safeties to play even better, play even more relaxed. It allows them to get better, man. You never know what you got if you're gonna trade away other guys. If you're gonna trade away and not develop your own talent. That's why I say again, y'all get tired of seeing other guys go somewhere else and be succeed, and then you think about man, we should have had this. He on the other team emerging as a stud. We should have had this guy. We should never traded for this guy. Now all of a sudden that comes out all of a sudden. But like I say, man, Jesse Bates is a better, safety by far. He's a top 3 safety in the NFL. but you gotta pay them, and you gotta give up a potential first round pick. That's another first round pick. You gotta get it. You gotta come off. Now all of a sudden you have one more first round pick. You have one more first round pick. So again, I'd rather stay put with Epps. I just rather stay put with him and bank on his potential. Now that you got the two cornerbacks, you got the two cornerbacks that can lock down on the outside. I'd rather stay with that with Epps and Harris. I'd rather stay with them guys.
Yeah, and something I was thinking about too. If you have Slay and Bradbury as your two corners, which we do, they should be able to take enough pressure off of this safety core.
Yep.
Both Harris
Yep.
and him. Because they are way more talented corners. They can play man, they can play zone. Even though Bradbury has some trouble in certain coverages, he's still solid. Okay. I believe with these two being on this team, it's going to make our safeties be able to play a lot more free roam, which means you won't have Epps having to worry about playing deep all the time or playing
over the top and helping this guy get
underneath or over the top. You won't have Harris worrying about it. They can literally be like, all right, I'm safe on both sides. Bradbury is locking down the right. Slay's locking down the left. We're set there. Maddox, we already know what he can do. So all these safeties have to do is kind of sit back and read this quarterback's eyes. You know what I mean? And I believe if these safeties can just free roam and just play off the quarterback, dude, it's going to make them improve tenfold. But we weren't able to do that last year because of our weak points. There's not many weak points now, which should make it a lot more easier. What do you think about that?
Like I said again, it's all about having them two lockdown corners at the right there on the outside. But again, like I say, I know everybody want Maddox as a safety, but he's already good as a slot. So why move him somewhere? Why move him if he's good in one spot already? Don't move. I wouldn't move Maddox to safety because he's already good as a slot corner. So don't if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just let it keep going and just trusting your other guys right there. Your secondary is already better because you got two corners on the outside already, but it definitely helps them out. It definitely helps them get more versatile too, so you can use them in different ways. Knowing you got three cornerbacks that can stay and a slot corner that can stay in front of their man and guard the island, now you can be more versatile to them with them safeties. With Epps and Harris, you can bring them down in the box if you want to. Now that you got cornerbacks that can play man-to-man coverage as well. So you can do a lot. It allows you to do a lot of things. It allows you to do a lot of things with them now that you got three cornerbacks that can really actually cover. That allows you to bring them in the box and stuff like that. So again, if you want to play zone, you still can willing to have them over the top. But with these cornerbacks, you don't have to play zone. You can just go man-to-man. In certain situations, depends on the situation, and you can just bring them down in the box if you want to blitz them. So now you can make them be more versatile, knowing that when they last year, if they man would have got beat, now you're gonna have to depend on them helping. You don't have to depend on them helping. Now you can just be more versatile. Now you can trust your cornerbacks now.
Well, and see, I have read something too. Key's not wrong, Drew's not wrong. I heard about the whole Maddox and safety thing, and listen. Unless you can guarantee me that Tate Gowan or Moreland or McPherson can jump in and be exactly what Maddox was, I'm not making that move. Okay? Because if you make Maddox move to safety and you bring in Moreland or Gowan or McPherson into the slot and they get toasted, burnt toast, that is going to piss me off.
Yep. And then
you know what I mean? Because
you're going to be calling for Jonathan Gannon's head all of a sudden because he's making the wrong move. You're going to be calling for his head.
Yeah, like you can't do that because Maddox had a 72% coverage rate last year in slot, and that was the best out of all slots. And if you take your best slot corner and the best in the NFL and you move him to safety, and then the guy you replace him with stinks it up, you're going to get hell to pay. Like you can't do that, man.
And this is also another thing it helps you do too, though. It allows you really to develop Goodrich, develop Josh Joby, or McPherson even better. Now that you got a cornerbacks that you can learn from, you got lockdown corners on both sides of the ball. It allows those other cornerbacks, to get development and learn from them. In case they get there, in case someone goes down and they get their turn, they get their number called, they can kind of be ready. So it allows them to develop a little bit longer too, not forcing you to use them right away. Because if you didn't get Bradbury, you have to use one of them guys right away. Even though they may not be ready, but it's good to get James Bradbury because you don't have to force one of them guys out there. You don't have to force one of them guys out there. You don't have to force them out there right then and there. And that will be a really concern if you have to force a rookie or, no McPherson out there. So it really helps getting Bradbury. And plus, if Slay gets hurt, you still got another cornerback that can cover someone too as well. So that helps you out too a lot.
Yeah, no, and that kind of hit my head later on after we got Bradbury, because I won't lie, before we got him, I was like, no, I don't want to do that, because with all these young corners, I was like, let them play. That's the only way they're going to develop. But after we got him, I thought the same way you did. What if something would happen to Slay? Then you're going to go in with two young guys who probably don't know what the hell they're doing. So it's like you might as well just move Bradbury over the one and throw in Joe, McPherson, or Gowan then too. So it does make sense. I understand why they did it. Is he freezing or am I? Did he? I hope he froze. If not, I'm truly talking to myself right now, and that sucks. If Maddox moves to safety, I trust Moreland. If anything, just sees that Moreland does a safety, don't touch Maddox. Yeah, no, man, I Nah, man, you're breaking up bad, dude. Like, real bad. I will give him a minute. Yeah, no, dude, listen, I really like Marcus Epps. I believe Marcus Epps has a lot of potential. I believe he's got a lot to grow yet, obviously, but Epps could be a very good, solid piece to this defense for a couple years to come. I'm not saying he's going to be no Rodney McLeod. I'm not saying he's going to be no Malcolm Jenkins, but, solid. And right now, all we need is solid. If Harris can step up and be the vet in the secondary here and take over, for McLeod and do what he did, then, we can give Epps the time to grow and develop. And I believe he's going to develop very nicely. Hell, coach even brought up Job. He was basically a glorified safety. See what he got. Yeah, no. Dude, listen, if anybody can play safety, Papa, I'm all for it, man. We need depth at safety. Listen, Wallace has really made me look bad, so he's not on my good graces right now. I had high hopes for Kayvon, and hopefully he can prove me wrong this year. But as far as the first 2 years of his career goes, though, he's stunk it up. So, but we definitely need safety depth. What's going on, guys? How's it going?
It's good, AK. How you doing, brother?
It's going good, man. Going good. How you doing, Papa? Can't hear you.
Maybe the mic volume.
Yeah, no, you're right, Drew. I mean, what if Epps goes down?
There you go, Papa. Papa.
So updated or not updated, fixed finally the Wi-Fi problem, so it switched back to regular microphone. So I had to change that real quick.
Gotcha. So Drew asked, "What if Epps goes down?" That's a very good question, man. Yeah, plain and simple. You could say we're fucked, but if we're not, the only thing I could say at that point is that's when you see Howie make a trade for like a safety, whether that be Bates or Chuck. I don't know what Bates' future holds. I don't know if he'll be there at the beginning of the year. I'm sure somebody's going to take him. But I don't know how long until he actually gets taken. Will it be before the regular season starts? Will it be after it starts? I mean, there's so many questions there. Chuck Clark, same way. Who's going to take him? When will they take him? So, there's going to be options out there for sure. But it just all depends. But if he goes down, man, I expect a trade at that point. Yo, welcome back, man.
Yeah, my bad.
No, you good. I was just hoping it wasn't me.
Yeah, no, it was me.
Coach was stuck in the Matrix.
Just as you said in the chat, Papa.
So, Coach, do you agree, if we don't address safety at all, do you agree that if Epps – did he freeze again? No, he didn't. Wait.
No,
he just had his head down and his head still.
Would you agree that's probably where a trade would come in at that point? Like if Harris or Epps would go down, that's where you'd see how he pull a trigger on a safety?
I think at the deadline, if one of them go down, I think he could pull a trigger at that point of time. But if they're healthy, I prefer to stand pat. Do that. You got the cornerback position already locked up, and that's only versatile with them guys and make those guys. Again, I know Jesse Bates is he's a top 3 level safety in the league. That's also going to be a lot. That's also going to be a lot of money that you got to pay him in a draft pick. You end up giving up. So again, I think it's something in Epps that I see. I've seen a lot last year. So I'd rather just stand pack as long as they healthy.
That is a very hot take. Eagles will. Now, are you talking just like a random DB, like just some $1
million DB,
or are you talking like an Xavier Rhodes type piece or something like that? Like, what do you mean by DB? Like an actual name or just an undrafted free agent?
Just a random.
Where was I? Oh, no, I agree with that one, man. I got to bring my conspiracy podcast back because, you know what? I had a couple incidences the last couple of days. Some shit came over my phone, and also me and my wife had an incident where I was like, it's just too good to be true. But
adding up here, Chief.
Bradbury will have more interceptions than Slay. Ooh. I could see that, considering that they probably won't want to throw towards Slay as often. But I mean, what do you guys?
They'll probably want to avoid Slay now that they know what he's going to do to you and your defense.
Dude, I fucking was also thinking that as well. Listen, there was a question up there earlier. Okay. He said if safety is not a point of interest for us, what would be the one thing that we all have interest in?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
In all honesty, if we don't
safety and running back, we got the corner.
Yeah, so if we don't go safety, I definitely got to say we address running back. And I did bring up the question because I did see the other day Todd Gurley is looking at making a return. It's not for sure, but he wants to. I know he has bad knees, but if he's trying to make a return, he must obviously feel something is left. But yeah, that'd be interesting. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I mean, if he comes in and shows he can do it, then hey, I'm for it. You're going to get him on a cheap deal.
It's not even asking him to be the starter either. At that point, that's your power back.
Yeah, he can just be a rotational piece. You can use him in 20 yards and less in the red zone.
Mean, why not give him an opportunity? You got the best offensive line in football too,
right?
And you only keeping him fresh too. You only keeping him fresh too, knowing he ain't got to start and knowing he was taking all that pounding with the Rams. They were giving. He was probably 80% of their offense.
Yeah,
at that point of time.
Yeah, when he was with the Rams, it was mainly him, and then a little bit of C.J. Henderson. When he was with the Falcons, it was. I don't even remember who he was with the Falcons, but yeah. Falcons mainly used him as a powerhouse, which is what kind of shattered his knees. With him, if he was signing with us, he's your rotational guy, probably not even taking 50, probably taking like 20, maybe running back 2 as your main power back.
Yeah, no, I don't think it would be a bad thing.
Yep.
And like Dante said, you have according to PFF, no bias here, the best O-line behind.
Yep. Definitely can use him on a lot of those short yardage downs, those 4th and 1s, and those goal line yards too. So he's going to be more pressure because he ain't got to really start. And then you got the best offensive line in football. So again, he's going to have some running lanes to go through too.
Yeah. I mean, listen, me as a player, I can tell you this right now. If I don't feel my body is capable of doing the things that it's capable of doing, I'm not going to play. You know what I mean? So in my mind, if this kid, I mean, he is only 26, right? 27? He's not even that old.
He's still young.
He's young, yeah.
Yeah, he retired at what, 26?
He's 27 now, yes.
27. Yeah, so he retired at 26, basically. I mean, like I said, I understand his legs are not all there, but if you don't have to use them all the time and he shows that he has worth, I'm all for it. I mean, how much worse can our halfback room get, right? Other than Miles, so I'm okay. I still go O-line because after 2019 season where we literally lost everyone except Kels to injury, I get that, man. I do, but I'm hoping because how much younger our line is getting that will help injuries. Kels seems to be okay. He's one tough son of a bitch. He plays literally through anything. Lane, he did
Lane Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, Lane did have the Achilles, last year or the year before?
He had it in 2020, did he not?
Yeah, so they're all starting.
Yeah, he had it in 2020, and then he was, I think, did he play week 1 or? No, Brandon Brooks was the one after the whole year.
Yeah, it was 2020, and they're all starting to blend together. Honestly.
Yeah.
Right.
But
last year was his mental, thing with his mental.
The year before that was the Achilles. Yeah. So, other than that, though, Lane has pretty much been a solid right tackle for us for years. I mean, I don't really have anything to complain about Lane, and right guard's still up in the air yet. Is it going to be Sayamalu? Is it going to be Driscoll? So, I'm not really as worried with our offensive line. How about you guys?
I'm not as worried, Ben. I'm not as worried at them with the offensive line. I think they're going to be fine. I think they're going to be fine, though. But like I say, last thing you need is to have as an injury on that offensive line. But again, man, I'm not too really concerned about the offensive line. I think they're going to be stronger. I think they're going to be a lot stronger than what they were last year. They were great last year. I think they have potential to be even better than what they were, and especially with the offensive lineman that's coming in out of the draft that I think Kels campaigned it for, Lane Johnson, one of those guys campaigning for to get. If for those guys to be veteran in the leagues and have a say so in the draft who they want to get, they must see potential in that guy, and they must want that guy to be a successor behind them because they know they're scouting him and they know a great offensive lineman when they definitely see it. So again, I think the offensive line is going to be fine. I'm not too concerned about the offensive line.
How about you guys?
Me personally, I'm not concerned about the offensive line. Jordan Millar is still young. He'll be able to stick it out through it. I mean, he's pretty much been healthy last season, and I expect him to continue that going forward. Same going to Landon Dickerson, even though he had the injury history at Alabama, as we all probably know at this point. He's still been pretty healthy when it comes to the NFL. Jason Kelsey's Jason Kelsey. He'll literally survive through anything. And then right guard, between Driscoll and Sayamalu, I really think it's Sayamalu that's gonna transfer over to right guard. Obviously, he's gonna have to figure out the right guard position because he's still used to playing left guard, but it looks like Dickerson's gonna take over that spot, and I think he's gonna transfer to right guard. And then keep in mind though that Sayamalu, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think in 2020 he also was out for the year. So if injury comes to Sayamalu again, then that's when Driscoll is going to come in my opinion. And then Lane Johnson, this past season, obviously he was pretty healthy, and then that's all she wrote.
Sayamalu was out all this year as well, right? Or was he in the first 2 games?
He was.
He might have been in the first.
I think he was in the
couple.
first two, but yeah, he.
Yeah, the first two. Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't remember if it was the whole season or the two, because I know Dickerson came in real early.
Dickerson came in, yeah.
Like, it was early.
Yeah, Dickerson. I think he started coming in for Brandon Brooks because Brandon Brooks was out. And then I think he might have transferred to left guard, and that's when we had Herbig go to right guard at the time.
Now,
I think Dickerson was week 3. Was when he came
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, Dickerson was. Yeah. Wait. Dickerson was week 2 for Brandon Brooks because Brandon Brooks went out in week 2 against the 49ers, and then that's when Dickerson went to right guard. Seumalo was still the left guard, and then I think that Dickerson transferred to left.
Yeah, I that's the only thing I can really sit here and honestly say as an Eagle fan this year going into the season is I'm just extremely worried about Dickerson's ACLs. Like, dude, I won't lie, man. Like, listen, left guard gets rolled up on pretty easy. Coach, you know what I'm talking about. Linemen in general get rolled up on pretty easy.
That's why I said that. He had the injury history at Alabama.
Yeah, no, I love the kid. He's got great potential, but, man, I pray to God those ACLs stay intact. That's all I can say. Like, that's probably my biggest concern with the whole O-line. Is Dickerson going to be able to stay healthy all year?
He has to. He's got to.
For sure, yeah.
I will say for the O-line, and further kind of beat me to it, but I was going to say it. I know we're talking about Seumalo and Driscoll. Forgot his name for a second. Truly do think if like a Johnson goes down, that's when you could see either Driscoll or Dillard going at right tackle, and then maybe because of that reason they start Seumalo at right guard. But let's not also forget. Yes, we know he's going to be heir to Jason Kelce. Let's not also forget that Cam Jurgens can play guard. So if he needs to play guard for a little bit, I have a feeling they'll probably do what they did with Dickerson, not keep him at guard since Kelce said, no, he's going to be my replacement. But if he needs to play guard, he might end up having to play guard.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. Like, for instance, man, it's always been my take that Jack Driscoll is going to be Lane Johnson's replacement someday. You know, and in all honesty, the reason I feel that way is because Driscoll actually did a very good job his rookie year.
He did an amazing job
against Chase Young.
Exactly.
He locked that guy up, dude. And as a rookie versus rookie, it's Chase Young. Like, it's hard to do whether or not
number 2 pick and the number of 4th rounders beating him.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, there's a lot there with Jack Driscoll. I mean, he showed me a lot his rookie year. He can play guard as well. He can play tackle. I don't know if he can play the opposite side. I'm pretty sure he can, but and if he can, he'll learn it. But I have a lot of upside with Driscoll, and say something would happen to Seumalo at right guard, I'm comfortable putting Driscoll there. If something would happen to Lane, I'm comfortable putting Driscoll there. If something happened to Dickerson, you slide Seumalo over back to left guard where he originally played, and you add Driscoll in the right guard. If something would happen to Lane, you put Driscoll in at left tackle. You know, like we have depth, and like you said, you even have Jurgen. You know, maybe something does happen to Seumalo. Well, maybe you do start Jurgen at right guard then, because guess what? How better to not learn the coverages, the play calls, and the signals that the center has to give than playing right next to the man that's got to do it. So there's so many ways that this team can come out offensive line-wise.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of I see Drew saying that they don't want a repeat of Dillard with Jurgen. We saw the same thing happen, though, with Dickerson. Did move positions. Jurgen has played guard and center. Dillard never played guard, and during that year, we wanted to put him in guard when somebody went down. Yeah. That was the problem there because he had no experience. Jurgens had experience playing guard. Dickerson has experience playing every position because he played every position.
He did. But every position
both in Florida State and Alabama. And I do agree with Key. I feel like, and just looking, and this is also just me being hopeful, Dillard has been putting in the work. If you look at him, that man is completely transformed. I do think, and this is going to be make or break, so I do think it's going to be, listen, Mailata is obviously your left tackle. If we can slide you in a different position, and if you excel at that, you got another contract coming. If not, bye.
Hey, here's a hot take for you. I know this is sounding really freaking crazy right now, but what would you guys say if I told you maybe he already learned right tackle? Dillard. But because Mailata has already sealed up left tackle, that's why they haven't moved him, because they know eventually when Lane retires, and we all know that Mailata can play right tackle, maybe that is the plan. Maybe they're planning on flipping Mailata to right tackle and just shoving Dillard in at left tackle. Maybe he already can play left tackle. Maybe they know that. You know, maybe it's just a well-kept secret, just like Quez Watkins was last year. Who knows? I have no idea, man, but you have to think there's a reason they're holding on to him. It just can't be depth, because if you're talking depth is somebody who can play multiple positions. This man can only truly play left tackle. So that's what's making me think that, you know?
But did we not see Mailata in at right tackle and he was not the same?
I thought he was.
That was when that was like his second year or something like that.
I thought it was last year. I thought we saw
No, he did not play right tackle last year.
Maybe it was 2 years ago. So then, yeah, that would have been his second year. All right, yeah, never mind. You're right.
But as he gets bigger and as he gets more experience, man, I think Mailata could step in easily at right tackle now, easily.
Yes, but the thing is, though, I feel like, again, you don't want to mess with the two twin towers on the left side. I feel like Dillard bulking up helps with the right, especially with the left side having to take the blind. So I
know, but I'm not talking about that move this year. I'm talking like maybe 2 years.
No, but I'm just saying in general. It's like the same thing with Maddox. If if Mailata works excellent at the left tackle, why change it? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Well, you are completely right, but the only reason you have to change it is because Dillard can't play the right side. That's the only reason you have to change it. Like I said, if Dillard only made improvements over... Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, though, if Dillard made improvements over these last 3 years and we just don't know about it because Mailata, slaughtered him. No lie, he did. You know, maybe they taught him up well enough to do that adjustment later. Maybe that is the plan. I don't know. I hope not, because I honestly don't think Dillard is going to be on this team next year at all. Hopefully he's not even here trade deadline. Hopefully we move him for a piece. I don't know, but in my mind, though, he's only on this team for a reason. What that reason is, I have no idea, but Dickerson struggled early too, though, but could be because he is young. Yeah, I mean, I take a lot of that into one. He had to find some continuity, there between Mailata and Kels. He didn't play with them that long, so they had to get comfortable with one another and the play calling and how they move. But as you see, once he started getting the hang of the playbook, the calls, and how everything flowed, dude, Dickerson was a monster. Like, let's not all play. This kid, if he keeps going the way he's going, Dickerson is going to be one of the best left guards in the NFL for years to come, easily, hands down. And if Jurgen is anywhere near what Kels says he's going to be, dude, this offensive line is going to be right back to where it was, but in no time after all these guys retired.
I'm so gonna cry when Kelsey leaves.
AK, fuck that. Dean shocks the world. Make up your mind. Maybe Dillard just had to shed some weight. He looks jacked. Hey, supposedly he took the Aaron Donald approach. Is that what I'm hearing? Like, I don't know, but listen, man, you can look good, you can be jacked, you can be whatever it is, but if you can't play, I don't care how good you look.
Right. If you can't stop that bull rush that we all criticized him for, then
yeah, dude, Coach, I gotta ask, man, do you even see any hope for Dillard at all on this team? Maybe on another team, but this team.
It's always a chance, man. I don't never want to judge nobody and thinking nobody has hope in the NFL or for a team, but maybe a different team looks at them. But I definitely think there's always will be an opportunity for someone if he doesn't show some improvement that he can be on that offensive line, and if he can show some improvement, then hey, I think I think it's a chance that he could, but I'll say probably with another team, maybe he be better with another squad or something like that. We'll see how it goes down.
Yeah, I just unless somehow, some way, Stoutland can teach this guy multiple positions, which you think because of how good Stoutland is. I mean, he is the best in the business. He should have been able to teach this guy another position already. We all know Stoutland is not the problem. If Mailata cannot learn another position, it's because Mailata can't do it. It's not because Stoutland can't teach him.
Oh, 100%. That's why, like, if Dillard were to get traded and if he just randomly started working, I couldn't even be mad. Because I'm like, I know it's not Stoutland. Maybe I was like, he probably just needed to change the scenery then at that point.
Yeah.
Because there's no way that he went to another coach and was like, oh, you coach me better than stuff. That's not fucking possible.
Ooh, Vic, hear me out, bro. Dillard and Barnett gains market this season and gets traded. Dillard to Seattle, Barnett to Las Vegas.
Can we get – I know they re-signed him in free agency. If we trade Dillard to Seattle, can we get what's his face? Can we get Quandre Diggs?
Seattle just paid him. Seattle just paid him too, though.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said I know it's not going to happen, but
yeah. You want to know a better one? I would figure out something, and in all honesty, when I say this, take it lightly. If there is a way, and somehow, some way, they do choose to move, say, Amalu, and that is the option and route that they would like to take. Mm-hmm. Jamal Adams.
Okay.
Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need a safety if they need linemen, and maybe even throw.
Don't tell me this man's about to say Drew Lock.
No.
That's why we were.
Are you on track right now? Why in the hell would I ever say Drew Lock? What? Drink your beer. Shut up.
Do we need to increase our quarterback factory, or what do we need here?
Well,
you were out your damn mind, dude. Drew Lock wasn't even in my band. No.
Drew Lock can stay in Seattle.
That's why. No, I knew that's what. I knew that's who you were not going to say, but you said take it lightly, and I was like, all right, what's the most like sarcastic answer this man could give?
No, dude, Jamal Adams.
In all honesty,
I'm not even going to play.
Give me Jamal.
In all honesty,
if there was some way you could figure out how to pull, because listen, Seattle's rebuilding, whether you want to believe it or not. I mean, if you're going into the season with Drew fucking Lock, you've already gave away your season. Like, there's, so in my mind, if you're that
desperate for that season with Drew Lock, I just know it.
Oh, dude, like if you go in week 1 with Drew Lock, you've already said I have the first overall pick next year. Instantly. That is what you're saying. I'm sorry.
Which is either going to be C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young next year.
So, in all honesty, man, if that's the case, try and figure out a way to get Jamal Adams. I would gladly take him here. But that's just me.
In all honesty, I really thought, not sarcastic, I really thought you were going to say Rashad Penny.
No. That didn't come to my mind. I was just thinking safety at that point.
I was like, who else did they have in Jamal Adams completely?
Now, I will tell you this.
Long Island Ice Team.
Keep this in mind because this is going to happen. You're either going to see Aaron Jones or A.J. Dillon traded before the deadline.
Really?
They both have to get paid. They're not going to pay two of them. They're going to move one for draft picks because A.J. Dillon, whether or not he is the second back to Jones, A.J. Dillon is not someone you take lightly.
Oh, he could.
He will destroy you. So if that's the case, I wouldn't mind trying to pull one of them, especially
from the last year of their deals.
I want to say yes. One's on their last. One's coming up on their last. I think A.J. Dillon is a year behind Jones, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, they need rivals.
Yeah, because Dillon came later.
Yeah.
Dillon came later than Aaron Jones did.
Jones for Rager, straight up, get it done. No, that would never happen.
Yeah, okay.
Dude, y'all wait. How are y'all trying this? It ain't even in Pennsylvania yet. At least not up here where I'm at. How the hell did you get it, Gio?
Gio drove all the way down to Florida and what?
Yeah, at this point, man, I'm gonna have to drive to Florida, bro. Shit. Yo, what's good, Mitch?
Not much. Just thought I could hang out with you guys for a bit. I got a long day tomorrow.
No, you can't.
You can't sit with us, Rebecca.
You can't sit at this table.
Actually, I can't sit anywhere. All
right, fine. I'll go with my guy, Boys for Life. See ya.
I'm kidding.
I know.
He's just like, you.
Hey, I already left.
What were we even talking about now?
A.J. Dillon and
So, in no lie, man, I gotta say,
who's the other one?
East, you're killing me, bro.
You're absolutely ridiculous, Brandon.
He's a believer of him and Terry McLaughlin be the best NFC East wide receiver.
I'm just saying you're killing me. I'm not being disrespectful, but you're killing me. I mean, come on, bro.
How are you a believer of Drew Lock in Seattle?
I can't wait to see the 30 for 30 Drew Lock versus Geno Smith battle of the century.
Why did Geno Smith take over?
Well, and what's bad about that too is he's a believer in Drew Lock, but yet Geno Smith is outbeating him at the moment. So I don't believe in him. But dude, like I said, if you go in week one with Drew Lock, you've already said I'm taking first overall pick. Like even Geno to a point. I mean, Geno's even decent, but they're no Russell Wilson. Let's be honest.
They're not Russell Wilson. That's for damn sure.
I'm not. He's not it.
Wait, what? Did I miss something?
Who's not it?
No, Vic's saying he's not a believer in Lock.
Oh, okay.
I had to read
it.
I had to read it a couple times.
Damn, Vic is on it, dude. That don't happen like that. I was so confused for a minute.
I was too.
I do gotta wonder, depending on if they just stay with either Drew Lock or Geno Smith,
keeping it for a little bit.
Pissed off DK would be if they both suck, and if he's like, you know what, I'm done,
bro.
I'm surprised DK Metcalf still wants to be in Seattle right now.
What is if?
I mean,
what is if?
Yeah, what is it?
If they have the number one overall, they're going to be like, listen, we're going to draft like Bryce Young or CJ Stroud. Here's this money, stay. Or if he's going to be like, no, screw y'all. Y'all wasted a career. Y'all wasted one of my years.
Yeah, no. Listen, man, I can't even sit here and honestly tell you that I would even go with Geno Smith, but I would go with Geno Smith. But I don't know. Seattle put themselves in a very, very bad predicament.
Yeah.
So did the Giants.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? Looking at this now, I really do.
Well, of course you would, Cole. Of course you would. You better. If you were in my chat right now saying A.J. Brown will have more yards than CD, I'd be like, are you feeling okay?
Yeah.
5 words.
A.J. Brown.
CeeDee Lamb is a bust.
No, he's not.
No, I said A.J. Dillon.
I'm tripping. I'm kidding.
Don't say you're kidding.
Dude,
that's your opinion.
I've already said that, Gio. I'm telling you, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I think Marcus Mariota sitting behind Derek Carr for 2 years is going to help this kid out. I think Derek Carr is going to
fit
very nicely in
the most offensively is their O-line.
Wait, who's?
Atlanta's.
Oh, yeah. Well,
hey, Atlanta, y'all want Dillard? I'll take
take Dillard to protect your quarterback.
I'll take Kyle Pitts.
Hey, you know what? At this point, bro, just send Dillard.
I don't want Kyle Pitts if we have
just send Dillard to Chicago.
Doesn't matter.
Just send.
It doesn't matter. We already have a top 5 tight end. We need another.
We can have 2 of them.
No, just send.
We can have more tight ends.
Tight end already? No.
Huh?
You're saying Kyle Pitts is the top 5 tight end, right? Isn't that technically what you just said?
Who?
No, okay, fantasy-wise, yes. I'm being sarcastic. I'm also being biased. I'll just say right now he's the number 1 tight end in the NFL. I don't give a shit. Kyle Pitts is a grown-ass man.
The best tight end in the league is Travis Kelce right now, and then you have George Kittle at second.
That's me.
That is false.
How?
Kels is not the number 1 tight end.
Then who is?
Kittle. Yes.
Then what?
Kittle is number 1. Kels is 2.
You have
Don't
him flip-flop?
that.
You have him flip-flop?
Oh yeah. Listen, I don't disrespect Kels. I love Kels, but I will take Kittle over Kels any day.
I'll take Kittle too, but the way that they used him last year, like, what the hell was that? They gotta use Kittle more.
I mean,
obviously they use Kittle more. Like,
you can't
go ahead,
outside Deebo Samuel. Who are they supposed to go to?
I mean, you can't force the ball to him because the reason why they couldn't get him the ball a lot more. If you got the running backs for San Francisco hurt a lot, Jeff Wilson and Trey Sermon. So when you shift Deebo back there in the backfield, who's the one they're gonna take out? George Kittle. They're gonna take him out. Now, when you have Deebo at wide receiver, now you take out Deebo, you still got George Kittle. So again, you can't force it to George Kittle. Deebo getting in the backfield is in the backfield. Now they telling them to play running back because their running back is limited. So that's the reason why he wasn't, that productive last year. Because when Deebo is in the backfield playing running back, they're doubling George Kittle. That's the main weapon. That's his first option. So again,
wasn't Kittle injured a little bit last year though, Coach?
Yep, he was injured a little bit last year.
He played through it though, didn't he?
Yep, he played through a lot of the injuries last year.
Yeah, but I mean, shit, dude, an injury can hold you back too.
Yep.
Even though he's playing,
they still but like when you double somebody, that's out of respect because you don't want them to hurt you. You don't want them to hurt you. That's just not because the player is not really that good. It's just because you don't want the player to hurt you. You got respect for the player. You don't want them to hurt you. That's why.
Alrighty then. So the Phillies lost. Yay.
As usual, as they got destroyed.
Yeah.
Oh, it was funny. I was watching.
Everybody stunk as a whole.
I didn't watch
the SEC semifinal championship where Florida crushed A&M. Played 2 games today, won them both. We advance to the finals tomorrow. We're up 9-0, and my dad goes, "Man, I really hope we don't choke." I look at him. I go, "Don't worry, we're not the Phillies. We won't do it. We're not going to choke in the 9th inning."
Bro, that's why I don't watch the Phillies.
That's the game I called too.
Which one? They've done it like 3 times.
No, the game that we lost in the 9th inning.
Again, which one?
The one last week when we were Bryce Harper hit that home run.
Bro, the Phillies have blown like several leads. Maybe not in the 9th, but like
we're literally the Atlanta Falcons of the MLB right now in terms of the Phillies.
Yeah, all I know, man, is why I stopped rooting for the Phillies a long time ago, and I just don't root for any baseball team anymore. Dude, I am 36 years old. They have broken my heart so many times. Dude, there's no reason for this. Like, it's just the Philly way, man.
Hey, I tried to help him out and give him Hector Neris back. By the way, he's pitching really, really great for the Houston Astros over here. So I tried to give Key and Lynch them back. Hector Neris, but they said
I don't watch. I mean, I'm just trying to get into baseball, and I picked the wrong season.
I told y'all, do y'all want him back? Y'all didn't want to. Y'all want to take him back?
Bro, every year you hear the same shit with them. Oh, it's going to be a good year. We finally got shit in order, and then they start off hot, and then they die off, and then they come back, and then right at the end they suck it all up. Like, they're just always shitty that way. It's always the bullpen. It's always the bats. It's always the fielding. It's always a fucking excuse with them, and I'm just tired of it.
I don't like to do rotations at all. Like, the batting order is kind of like you have Kyle Schwarber leading off as a power hitter, and knowing he strike out by like goddamn 70% of the damn time he go to the plate, the strikeout machine. Why would you have that dude leading off as a strikeout prone guy instead of having a guy like Gene Segura that gets on base? Your top two guys should be guys that know how to get on base, not guys that strike out. Your top two guys should be guys that know how to get on base, not guys that strike out a lot. I don't like his batting order at times.
Listen, at least y'all weren't the what's this? Hold on, I gotta find the team. At least y'all weren't Oregon State in baseball. I don't know if y'all paid attention to that game, but the final score ended up being 25-22. And
what?
I heard that.
Oregon State. Okay,
so say the Phillies.
Oregon State.
That's crazy.
Oregon State was up 21 to. I need my phone to do math real quick. Give me a second.
And you're a
with the math.
How are you a damn school teacher? If you need a job,
I'm unemployed. All right.
Wait,
So it was
25-22. Is that what?
No, it was. Listen, in the ninth inning, it was 21-12. Bottom of the ninth, UCLA scores 9 runs in the ninth inning. In the 11th inning, the final score was 25-22. In the Pac-12 in the Pac-12 semi-finals championship game.
So one team scored 5, the other team scored 1 or 4. One team scored 4, the other team scored 1.
At the end of the ninth, it was 21-21 with extra innings.
I agree.
Richie, you're
And then
forgetting
in
about
those
a
extra
couple other
innings,
baseball
and then
movies.
in the 11th,
They
Oregon State scored 1.
Rookie.
UCLA got 4 extra runs.
yeah, the bench warmers. That's another one.
Oh yeah, no, there's a bunch, man. But nothing beats Major League, man.
Oh yeah, I
I
agree.
was about to say we only watch Major League here.
Yeah, we only watch Major League. Who watches college?
Dang. You make my heart sing.
Wait, you know who watches college baseball? Robert from Pro Sports Talk Podcast and Papa
I
Sora.
know. So,
I was like,
good for him.
I'm just throwing it out there. Just
Well, there are certain sports I can play but not watch, and there's certain sports I can play and watch. And basketball and baseball are 2 sports that I play but I cannot watch. There's not listen, I don't even watch hockey because there's not enough fighting in it. Like, I'm one of those guys where I like to see the benches clear. If they don't clear like 3 times a game, I'm upset. Like, I like to see fist fighting in hockey. That's what hockey's about. And baseball, they need a pitching clock.
the lightning.
They take way too damn long to pitch.
Oh my God, don't get me started on that.
Dude, if they had a pitching clock, like a 20-second or 15-second pitching clock, you know, something.
They should have a pitching clock
They
invented.
should, man. If you only had like 15, 20 seconds to pitch a ball and you stop screwing around and make these games a little shorter, I might watch, but I'm not watching 4 fucking hours of, oh, there's a pitch. Oh, there goes a hit. Oh, there's a pitch. There goes a pitch. I go live and watch shit. You know, it's better live anyway. What were you saying?
Oh no, I was quoting Eminem saying, "Oh, there goes gravity."
Yeah, no, I love watching baseball games live. Hell, I was at the fucking 16-2 massacre against the Dodgers in 2019. And I'll tell you what, I stayed for the whole game, but I didn't want to.
Oh, watching baseball live is definitely different. Even if it's like chilling, somewhat boring, I'm just like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm sitting here, I'm chilling, I'm watching it. You know, there's go to concessions, get a beer, get a pretzel, get a hot dog, whatever. You know, chilling.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Eric, what you got on Colin Kaepernick, man? You gonna sign him or what?
That'd be hilarious.
Be Derek Carr's backup.
That would be, in my opinion, that's a
No, didn't Mariota go to the Falcons?
Yes,
Yeah, that's another
we
one,
mentioned
right?
that like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, we just said that.
Come on now, BLSG. You're not even drinking. Try to
He's
keep
an
up.
Ohio State fan. Give him time.
Hey,
I'll give you.
shut
I'll
up,
give
Mitch.
you another
Shut up.
baseball movie. One you probably all haven't heard of.
What
Well,
is it?
maybe you younger people. Papa might have. Angels in the Outfield.
Yes.
I barely remember
Yes.
anything about it, but I do remember watching it. Yes.
Had
How did you guys not
oh
watch?
crap, dude, who was the guy in that? Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, no, that was such a great movie. I was trying to think of the
You
main
guys
actor.
not watch the Benchwarmers? That was hilarious.
Oh, I've watched the Benchwarmers.
Dude, that movie's hilarious. I can watch that movie any day of the week.
I know I've seen like besides what's its face, besides Major League, the one that I watch a lot is League of Their Own.
Is that real?
Yes.
Are you shitting me?
No, that's not there. Okay, so obviously fighting that leads you to penalty box. There's not a lot of like clearing the benches, as you said. There's still some clearing the benches, but no, they definitely allow fighting. Because if you watch the Lightning and Panthers series this year alone, after the Lightning kind of dicked on the Panthers, swept them 4-0. By the way, Andrei Vasilevsky's a grown man.
Yeah. No, dude, that's one thing I've always
If
hated
you
about
watched
hockey.
that, there were people getting shoved in the wall. There were fines going all over the place. It was
Yeah, and no lie, man.
that was just one game.
I gotta say, like, I never understood that about hockey. Listen, let them fight. As long as the dude ain't taking his skate off and trying to slit somebody's throat with it, what's the harm of just letting them duke each other out? That's what hockey is. It's what they get into it for.
Gilmore.
I know one person got.
Yeah, exactly. As long as
It's
you don't have
literally what they do all the time, and you won't let them do it. Like, come on now.
Oh, Happy Gilmore.
I'm not a golf player. I'm a hockey player. Oh yeah, what team do you play for?
Thank you, Eagle. Danny Glover. Yes. Thank you. I was trying to think of it. But yeah, as long as you ain't Happy Gilmore and someone, who gives a shit? Let them knock each other's brains out. Listen, if a guy rips off his hockey helmet and the other dude rips off his hockey helmet and they choose to fight, then let them fucking fight. Who cares? They'll learn. Somebody's going to get their ass knocked out, right?
Somebody's gonna get concussed.
Somebody's going to learn. He won't fight that guy again, will he? Probably not. I wouldn't.
Remember when Happy Gilmore was in the hitting cage, and he was just taking baseball to the catch. He was like 364 more days to the next hockey tryout.
Yeah, like no, dude, that movie was dope.
Dude, his new movie's coming out next month on Netflix. I cannot wait.
I forget what is it called again. I forget.
Adam Sandler?
Yeah,
it's got like he's like scout for what, the Sixers?
something like that. I think it's called The Hustle.
I know a bunch of Sixers. I know Maxey's in it. Doc Rivers is in it. Which whatever. I'm gonna boo him the second I see him on TV. But it's like if I remember the trailer, it's like
Hustle.
he's bringing in he's like bringing in the foreigners, or he's bringing in a foreigner who's really good to play basketball. Foreigner's got a family. He's wanting to do it, and it's dealing with a bunch of like, you're a scout, blah 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 blah. You're stepping out of line, immigration laws, all that stuff, blah 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 blah. And he's like, you know what? Fuck you.
Wait, whoa. Wait, did I miss what? Doc Martin. What about Doc Martin?
We're not even talking about Doc Martin.
No. I think I missed something, Richie. What did I miss? I'm completely confused. Oh, I'm a big Doc Martin fan. I think, yeah.
I just read Richie's last comment. Hockey players need to take off their skates and just joust.
Just hold their sticks and go. I can finally talk to you about Ozark.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Dude, my dad watched the ending the other day. I watched it with him. I was like, all right, I gotta do this again.
Isn't it stupid as shit?
Yeah.
I was like, wow, y'all nailed that one out of the fucking park.
My dad was like, okay.
Yeah, it made no fucking sense at all, dude. It was dumb.
I'm like, I watched it twice, and I'm like, I gotta watch it again later.
What does it mean?
Oh my god.
They get flagged for fighting? There's flags in hockey now?
No.
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 What are they talking about?
I believe he means they get put in the penalty box.
Yeah, they get put in the penalty
There's
box.
no flag.
I was about to say, what? Well, there's flags in hockey now. What? I was like, damn, this is going to change
Hey,
from
Cam was about to go like, what the fuck?
No, I was just about to say, Gretzky's probably laughing right now, being like, thank God I'm not playing.
Gretzky would have been thrown in the
Hey,
electric
you know
chair
what I
by
was
now.
watching the other day? I was watching highlights of the Broad Street Bullies versus the Soviet Union. Dude, that was great.
What are we
facing which the one?
communists for?
The Broad Street Bullies were playing Soviet Union, the Flyers in the Soviet Union. They made them quit the game and then they came back.
Yo, I gotta ask you guys something. Chat, please pipe in too. I can't be the only one here. You want to hear some fucked up news I found out today? Did any of you guys hear who that they're going to get to replace Captain Jack Sparrow? Johnny Depp for Captain Jack. Any of you guys hear?
No. I heard that bird is the word though.
Did you didn't hear, Papa?
No, I didn't hear that they were wanting to replace anybody.
Well, Disney kicked out Johnny Depp because of this whole Amber Heard thing. Yeah,
I know.
We all knew that.
They are replacing Johnny Depp with The Rock.
They're replacing The Rock. No, for the genie. They're replacing Will Smith with The Rock.
Huh?
With the, Will Smith, the animated genie?
Yeah.
They were going to put The Rock in his spot.
No, I'm serious, though.
Yeah, so am I.
They are... That's messed up and stupid as shit, but I'm serious, though. And this is all I have to say about that.
What the fuck?
How the fuck are you going from a dude like me...
a normal average Joe to
just some looking 6 foot man and not bulky in anything like that, and now you're gonna go and throw The Rock into Captain Jack Sparrow. You're gonna go from a skinny white guy to a jacked up big dude and expect us to believe that is Captain Jack. Are you fucking serious? I love The Rock and I love Johnny Depp, but how the fuck are you going to make that work? Because I'm going to tell you this, bro. How the fuck is The Rock going to be funny like Johnny Depp? It ain't going to happen. He can't do that. Like, I get it. The Rock is funny, but he's not Johnny Depp fucking funny.
He is not. No. I can guarantee you right now, because he will not do the same like stupid runs that Johnny Depp will do. He will not do that. He won't be like, why is the rum gone?
Yeah. Oh, dude, like, I mean, are they going to even have sword fights? Is he not, what, is he just going to go up and start choke slamming pirates and shit?
No, the sword's going to hit him in the chest, but he's going to do that peck pop he did. The sword's just going to go chink.
What's up, Philly Jim? Appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much.
Back for a third time.
Wait, bro, Dante, I thought you had a Astro team, right?
This can't be real.
Dude, I'm telling you, Google the shit right now. I just fucking seen it today. They're replacing Johnny Depp in the Pirates of the Caribbean with the fucking Rock. And I'm like, that is a very bad idea. Very, very bad idea. Not only are you going to destroy Captain Jack's character, but you're also going to make Dwayne Johnson look really fucking bad in the process. Because, dude, he can't be that funny. How are you going to take The Rock serious? Like, how's he going to do the whole fucking Johnny Depp?
Do that again.
You know, like
there's a possibility Margaret Robbie. I can't speak.
Margaret Robbie.
Margaret Robbie is that not the bitch who played Harley Quinn?
Yeah, that is.
Oh, what about her?
Margaret Robbie. I just couldn't speak. I literally was just struggling.
What about her?
She might be in New Pirates as well.
Well, as long as she ain't Captain Jack.
Well, I think that's what the whole thing was. They might make it a female and be like, hey, Captain Jack's done. Here's the story of somebody else.
So what do you do? Have a fucking sex change under the otion? What?
Listen, Davy
no,
Jones
you can't do that. Captain Jack is a fucking male. You can't make it a female.
I know that. I'm saying, I don't know if they're going to be like, listen, his story's done. I don't know.
Oh my God, not just that, but me just saying that right now out loud is going to make all the LGBTQs come in here and fucking roast my ass. Jesus, here we
I
go.
don't care. Let's go. I'm not.
Here comes the fucking Dave Chappelle of YouTube. Get ready.
Oh, bet I'm on the right channel then,
bro. I'm going to tell you that right now. We talked a lot about Eagles, but I got to get this off my chest, man, because we are there now, dude. People need to lay the fuck off my boy. I'm not even playing, man. Dave Chappelle.
Oh,
dude, I'm telling you, bro, he is the GOAT of fucking comedy.
Oh, yeah.
The GOAT. Okay? And I'm telling you what, man, this guy, he not only makes fun of white people, he makes fun of black, Asian. Hell, his wife is fucking Asian, and he makes fun of Asian people. Get over yourself, man. Jokes are fucking jokes. All right, these guys get on stage to make you laugh. Yeah, you might not like it, but guess what? There's some shit David says that I don't fucking like, but I deal with it. You know, like, people need to stop taking shit so serious. I'm not even playing. Like, people attacking this man on stage while he's trying to do a stand-up, trying to get him taken off YouTube. Or not YouTube, but Netflix. Because of the shit he says. Are you shitting me right now? I'm telling you, bro. They need to go back and
smoke more weed.
No, they need to go back and watch
what
Eddie Murphy. No, they need to go back and watch Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence. Like, have any of you guys seen Raw?
Yep.
And you want to bitch about Dave Chappelle? Are you fucking shitting me right now?
Bro, where's Logan when you need him? He'd be like, preach, brother, preach.
Dude, I'm not even playing. People need to lay the fuck off Dave Chappelle, man. Like,
and the
whatever.
Chris Rock, that whole thing too.
Huh?
Chris Rock, you know, the whole thing with Will Smith and his wife.
I don't give two shits about that, man. I really don't.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, man. Some people need smack.
Will Smith is still my favorite actor.
Bro, some people just need smacked from time to time. It is what it is. People are making way too big of a deal.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, let's all be honest. If that was two white dudes, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, right? Right?
I feel like
I'm not bullshitting. Like, no lie. Like, no lie. If Tom Cruise walked up and slapped Bruce Willis in the face, nothing would have been made of it. Nothing. Not a fucking thing. I promise you.
Yep.
I feel
it is dumb. It is truly dumb.
Like if it was Will Smith, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal.
No, dude, this is not censored. That's why the title also says uncensored
red
up front.
And
it is in the title, bro. It's uncensored tonight. So
he put on the mask, and everybody knows who he is.
The Rock is 50 years old. Need to find someone younger to play. Yes, exactly. Not just that, Richie, but like I said, how the fuck are you going from a 150-pound dude to a 280-pound jacked up human being? Like, you can't do that. What did he do? Go work out? They're like, it does not make sense. It really doesn't.
You go from an average Joe to a Swahilian god. Like, again, there's going to be a sword fight. Somebody's going to swing a sword at him, his chest. He's just going to, like, do the chest bounce he did in, what was that movie? Journey to the Center of the Earth, and the sword's just going to go tink.
That was a good movie.
Blade's just gonna break off. He's gonna do the peck dance or whatever it was. I can't remember what he called it now.
Chris Rock and Will Smith need to ice skate joust too, or just make Smith watch a marathon of After Earth.
Of love. That's what it was.
No, man, it's people make too big of deals out of things sometimes. I get it. You can't just have people at the, was it the VMAs or the Grammys? What was it?
Grammys. What the fuck? Grammys.
Grammys? Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. You just can't have people walking up on the Grammys smacking people, because then everyone would fucking do it. But, like, come on. Like, he smacked him and walked away. I could understand if Will went up there, hit him, and kept fucking hitting him. That's an issue, right? But he just smacked him. Chris Rock, stop being a bitch, bro. It's an open hand. Like, I would have taken it. Not every day you get smacked by Will Smith, let's be honest.
I feel like it was dying down, and then there was another event where somebody slapped somebody, and Chris
Andrew Garfield. Who is that?
He played Spider-Man. He was one of the Spider-Men.
That's Tom Holland, isn't it?
That's why I said he was one of them.
Wait, which one was that one?
Andrew Garfield was the second one. He
No.
was the one.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I like him.
Yeah.
I like him. You're right. He would do good. You know who else would be good too?
He's an average guy. Yes, he's like buff, but still, he's not The Rock.
Oh, it was the Oscars. Thank you, Richie.
Oh, it was.
No, oh shit, the other guy.
Amazing Spider-Man, thank you.
Oh man, he was in with Nicolas Cage in Lord of War. His brother. He played his brother. I can't think tonight. Yeah, no, I agree. I honestly think he was the best Spider-Man, to be honest. I don't know why they changed him, but yeah.
Sony.
Yeah. Right? That's why that joke was going around right after it happened. Is like, hey, he's lucky it was Will Smith and not Tupac, because Tupac
would have just shot him.
Tupac would have just shot his ass, like no questions asked. So he's lucky it was Will Smith. God dang, man, I'm.
What movie did you say it was? World of the Wars?
Jared Leto. Jared Leto would make a great Jack Sparrow. You know who Jared Leto is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And not just that, but he also has the figure of Johnny Depp, and he can play funny if
he has the hair.
He has the hair, dude. He has it all.
Chris Rock would be dead, Jadis, if The Rock slapped him.
Yo, first off, I think he would have smacked him backstage, Jadis. Like, he would have hit him so hard the dude would have flew. But
oh, absolutely. He definitely was the best. Garfield definitely was the best at portraying Peter Parker.
Yes, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Dante, you gotta get in here, man. This is about to be a Spider-Man podcast.
Hey, we can talk Spider-Man, bro. I'm huge on
it
all DC, all that stuff,
Spider-Man.
I love it. I'm all good. I am praying for all school age individuals, but praying just ain't working. Oh yeah, that man. Listen, I'm not trying to sound mean here, but that's the last thing that I want to think about, or I didn't even honestly look into it. I didn't honestly do anything about it or say anything, because I have a 5 and a 6-year-old. That is a parent's worst nightmare, period. You know, and it is crazy, and having kids like that, that's just a fear I don't even want to think about at the moment, you know. But definitely, yeah, prayers out to those families and stuff. And there's nothing I can say to make anything feel better, because I am a parent and I know how I would feel if something happened to my kids. And I'll tell you what, if it would ever happen to mine, just a future message to anyone who would ever attempt that to my kids: you better just shoot yourself before I get you. That's all I got to say. Like, you better blow your fucking brains out, because if you don't, I'll do it for you. It's that simple. Like, dude, I think children are innocent. They're innocent. There's no reason for that shit. They don't know better. They don't know nothing. And to do that to somebody, and not only take a life that a parent created and something that they love so much, but to also take an innocent life who doesn't know any better and has a whole life ahead of them, dude, you're a spineless piece of shit.
Especially when, I don't know, you said you didn't want to get into this, but this is the only bit I'm going to say. It was his high school classmates. He attacked elementary school.
Yeah.
So they 100% had obviously no idea, because you'll rarely ever know when it's going to happen. But they 100% had no part in it.
I'm going to tell you this right now, and this, once again, it might sound morbid, but I am a very strong believer that when somebody does something like that, especially something like that, or something in was it New York where the mall shooting was, where you just walked in? Buffalo, right? Yeah. Like that one. We'll even go back, like the DC sniper, or the dude that shot up the Colorado movie theater, and even Columbine. Like, dude, I'm telling you right now, those type of people right there, those are the ones you take out on the street and you shoot in the fucking head instantly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. People might think that's morbid as shit, but if you do that, only the truly sick people in the world are going to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's messed up, man. This shit pisses me off. That's why I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, because I'm very morbid when it comes to that type of stuff. You know, if you are a mass killer, you should just be publicly executed. That way people know you can't pull this shit. You know, if you go and you shoot up an elementary school, you should be publicly executed. That way people know, dude, you can't do this shit. Like, your name's not going to live in infamy. I'm sorry, man, but that's the way I think. If you don't do anything like that, then obviously nothing. But dude, those people have to be put and stopped. I'm sorry. And I'd hate that my tax dollars just sit there and pay each and every year to people just to live in jail for 60 years after they murdered people. You know what I mean? Now, granted, that's not in this guy's case, I don't believe, right? I haven't watched the school thing, but did he get out alive or no?
I don't know. I think he shot himself, I believe.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, and
I'm going to go by off of Jadis's comment with that he absolutely shot himself.
Okay. There we go. That just popped up too. Yeah. And yes, he's in hell. Kids are in heaven, but the kids should not fucking be there. Plain and simple. But yeah, man, that one's really hard for me because I understand you take the guns away and things will get better. And at this point, man, I am one of those people. I love my hunting guns. You know, I even had a Glock in Alaska. I had a 45, all that shit, you know, and I had guns, but I only shot my guns in my backyard. They never left my house, you know, had an AR-14, AK-47, M16. They never left my house. They were locked up in my basement. Other than that, they didn't go anywhere. You know, I'm all for guns if they're in the hands of responsible people. You know, but it's the irresponsible ones and the people like these people that make it hard for the rest of us. It only takes one asshole to ruin it for everyone. But dude, these things have been popping off lately. This whole year. I mean, how many is this now? This year alone, like 7. It's up there. See, that's even sad. You got to fucking think about it.
I was gonna say I can think of this one, the Subway, Buffalo. Yeah, Buffalo. Never mind. The Buffalo and Subway were not.
You had the Travis Scott thing where they drugged the people in the back and were killing people. Remember was it Texas, that Travis Scott concert, or it was Vegas or something, where they were sitting there and they were injecting people in the back of the neck, which made them rush stage. And you remember that whole thing that popped off?
I don't remember the whole Travis. I remember Travis Scott was people were passing out and they just got stomped on.
Yeah, but it was from drugs. People were actually injecting.
No, okay, then I definitely don't remember that part now.
Yeah, dude, there's so many things. There's so many things going on, and it's like I'm at the point now, bro. It's like, dude, fuck my rights to guns at this point, dude. If getting rid of guns saves children's lives, what the fuck ever. You know, I have my hunting rifles and I have my guns, but it is not worth my freedom to have other people suffer. You know what I mean? Like, I know you as a gun person, I know you have your strong beliefs, but it gets to a point where
it's going to get to a point to where, say that does happen, the people that are wanting to do that, they're still going to get their hands on them.
Exactly. Yes, they will.
And that's why I'm, as bad as it sounds, shit like this is always going to happen. breaks my fucking heart. But shit like this is always gonna fucking happen. And
yeah, it will, but there will be less of it. Is the point? Because here's the thing, like for instance, there is countries out there who don't allow any guns at all, and they have no issues. But you're always going to have a gun find its way in from time to time. But the fact is, though, you won't be importing guns anymore. So the ones that are out there, you'll be able to get. Sure, there's going to be some hidden, but the fact is that once they're pretty much all gone, and the less likely of it happening will happen less. And like I said, I'm all for our Second Amendment, and our right to bear arms and all that. But, dude, it is not worth people losing their lives over it. It really is not. And then these guys are also streaming this shit. Like the dude in Buffalo. He streamed that shit on Twitter, dude. Or not Twitter, but Twitch. He streamed that shit on Twitch.
I didn't hear about that part.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't hear about that part, no.
Yeah, he was streaming that shit live. Like, that's how crazy people have gotten to where they're actually streaming them killing people now. It's nuts, dude.
There was another. Wasn't there like another case that they did that?
One of the school shootings, I think, wasn't it? I don't know. I don't know, but I know for sure the Buffalo guy. He was streaming that shit on Twitch, and that's crazy, dude. Like, thank God I was not in that fucking stream. That's all I gotta say, because people are fucking nuts, dude. That's disgusting about the Buffalo shooter making a manifesto streaming the murder of countless people. Dude, I know, right? It's nuts. Like, this guy just woke up one day and was like, oh, I'm going to stream shooting people on Twitch today. Like, what? With a huge grain of salt, but reports that a security guard was injected with a drug during a Travis Scott concert that turned deadly are false. Houston police. Oh, well, that's awesome, man. I didn't know that. I didn't hear it, but that's cool. At least that didn't happen then. Yeah, I know, man. I just... It's not something that I like to talk about. It's not something that I even like to bring up because, like I said, as a father, that's a parent's worst nightmare. It does obviously have to be put out there, and it does obviously have to be talked about. But this is stuff we shouldn't have to talk about. I mean, it's common fucking sense, people. It really is. These laws that we have aren't made for people like me. They're made for people like that guy. Because I know not to break the laws. I know not to go outside of, well, I can't say I know not to break the law, but you know what I'm saying. I know not to go, I know not to just walk in and fucking shoot somebody. That's not the way it works. You don't do that, Yeah. Yeah. See, that's why I didn't do my research on it, man. That's why I just stay far away from it, because whenever you start talking about shit like this, it hits a strong spot. So,
and as stupid as it sounds, it's like I'd rather hear the initial of it and not do the in-depth research, because I didn't know about that. I don't. That's why when you're hearing me say, "Oh, I didn't know about that part," I didn't know about the part. I'd rather not do the research, just because, that shit hits differently.
Yeah, it's not to the average human being. It doesn't even matter, Keller, man. It's strictly, that's just not something you do. It is not up to you to take someone else's life. Trust me, we all do that for ourselves. Seriously, we do. We smoke cigarettes. We do things to our bodies that we probably shouldn't do. We already make our life expectancy short enough. We don't need assholes out there making it even shorter. I mean, that's the way I look at it. But Papa, I gotta ask you now. Let's get off this one. Do you believe at all in any way, shape, or form? You know, and I actually have a lot of high hopes for this guy on this team if he makes it, and I hope he does. But Britton Covey,
yes,
you know, he is. I want to say he's going to be a stud because of just kick returning and punt returning.
I was about to say, yeah, he alone will be our returner.
Yeah,
that alone will get the team. He doesn't even. He can be like the Vince Papali. Yeah, he's a wide receiver. You play special teams. You can be our special team stud.
He is the Christian McCaffrey of punt returners.
Yeah.
He really is. That's the way I say it. But I mean, he holds the record in college football for kick returns, right?
I believe so. Yeah. I mean,
it's at like 12 or something like that. 12 in 2 years.
The touchdown, yeah,
ridiculous. That's ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, other than that, you don't maybe see him taking possibly some shots in the slot from time to time. I mean, he could be like an Amendola or an Edelman type piece, you know, here and there. But, I mean.
I don't know, just because of height and weight. Because this dude is built like I am. He's 5'8", 170.
Holy shit, he's really that small?
Yeah, he is 5'8", 170. So he is 100% going to be your return specialist. But one guy I will say I think is going to be a surprise to make this roster, and this might be a little bit of Gators bias, but watching him play, I think he will replace John Hightower, which is Josh Hammond. 100%, I think Josh Hammond will replace Hightower on this roster.
Dude, all right, first off, there is no reason that Hightower, JJ, and Baker
still, like he is.
Those three should be gone. And just in general, they should be gone.
100%, yes. But like Hightower was meant to be like your speedster, like go down straight. Hammond's that, but everything more. So
how big is Hammond?
He's a short dude. I'm pretty sure he's 6'1".
Well, that's not short compared to 5'8".
Well, yes, but I'm talking about, okay, never mind. He's 6 foot, so he's 6 foot, 194. But he is one game that I want you to watch back in 2018 for Florida was when we were facing number 5 LSU in the swamp. Hammond was a good reason why we won that game. Hammond also will be could be a return specialist.
So he's kind of built like Juju?
A little bit, yeah. I would see him take the slot behind, not Rager, Watkins.
Dude, listen, how many fucking slot guys do we got? You got Quez, you got Pascal,
Are you putting Pascal in the? Or sorry,
oh yeah, no. Pascal slot.
Hammond's not slot. Sorry, Hammond's outside. I forgot.
Is he? Okay.
Yes, he did. So Hammond would be behind Devontae.
Okay. Well, yeah, because I was going to say, man, I mean, we got a lot of slot dudes right now. I mean,
if Devontae's not in, then yes, you would put Hammond in.
Yeah, because right now, dude, in the slot, just alone in the slot, you were looking at Watkins,
Pascal,
Rager,
probably Ward.
Ward. I'm just naming them all.
I'm going off of the guys who I think will be on this team. That's why I didn't mention.
Yeah, but I mean, just right now, as far as being on this team, there's like 6 or 7 slots on this team. Like I said, Rager should not make this team.
No.
Like there is multiple guys in front of him.
Let Rager have a good camp. Like let him do that one-handed catch again and be like, all right, he's back. He's good. All right, ship him off. Bye. At this point, I don't care what we get for him.
Man, whoever, by the way, I got to go up. Whoever said that earlier, y'all got me stuck on that shit. Who was it? Anyway, whoever the person was who brought up Todd Gurley.
Me.
Oh, is that really you?
Yeah, that was me because Gio was like, hot take, we'll sign another DB. I said, hotter take, we'll sign Todd Gurley.
Well, then hell, I need to look at it. You're right here. No, dude, I'm telling you, man, you got my mind thinking with that. But I know it's not going to happen. But
it probably won't, but I do think
the
year rests off of him. And also, he was, isn't he or not isn't. I know he's a part-time owner in that, like, controlled fan football league or whatever it is. I know he's a part-time owner in that.
A.J. Brown should be in the slot in 3-man wide receiver sets. Watkins needs to improve his route running and box out the secondary. Smith and Watkins on the outside. You're saying just in 3-man set. Smith and Watkins on the outside. A.J. Brown in the slot. What do you think about that?
I don't agree with it.
I'm really thinking on it.
I can see where he's coming from, but I don't agree with it. Just because I feel like you need that physicality in the on the outside, and that's what you get with Brown.
Yeah, and I'm not as worried about Quez in the slot because, I mean, he did say in his interview here a couple of weeks back that while he was there, yes, he started out slow because he had to learn the in and outs and weaving in between and out of linebackers, and stuff like that. So his routes weren't as crisp and he wasn't as fast getting in and out. But as the season progressed, he got better at it. I think with Watkins' speed, he would completely flourish in the slot. Like, his speed alone is going to make him good, and then he is a contested catcher. I mean, you guys can say what you want, but I watched this kid make a lot of very good catches last year, and he is definitely a contested guy. He can jump and get it, I think he would do really well against linebackers, in all honesty. And no linebacker is going to keep up with Quez. Like, let's be honest. They're going to have to put on somebody, another person on him, So.
Yeah. And I know you're saying, like, putting AJ in the middle. At that point, then you have in routes, you have slants, you have your post routes, you have your comeback route. So it's like.
And your drags.
Yeah, your drags. Thank you. I see where you're coming with, but they 100% brought A.J. Brown to be your number one on the outside with that physicality, who can also jump up and go get it and bully his way in. And yes, you can put him on a 5-yard slant and he will take it through the middle. You can still get in the middle being your outside receiver, but 100%. I also don't know if Brown's even played in said slot before. I think you've got a good system with Brown and Smith being your two outsides and then Watkins in your slot.
Yeah, and if it was me, in all honesty, man, I would use Quez for the first 80 yards, and then when you get inside the red zone, Pascal becomes my slot.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he gives you a little bit more height, and, I mean,
bit more power.
You can't really say anything much about the hands. I mean, Quez can catch too, so But height wise, I'm not sure what their verts are, shit like that. But I'm just saying he's definitely a red zone threat, Pascal. So I'd use him in the red zone for sure.
Yeah.
And I believe that's why they did get him. I believe you will see him take on more of a red zone role.
Yeah, I think Pascal is your reliable switch in wide receiver 4, blah, all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and I gotta ask too. I know we've all asked and we've all talked about it, but if Rager is not used as a wide receiver this year just because he doesn't make it as a wide receiver, which he shouldn't, and he somehow still is on this team, let's just reiterate that he's somehow on this team. Do we start using him as a Debo-esque type player?
I think somehow, if you want Rager to work, you look at what he did in that Detroit game, which was his best game before he got injured, and then you just see if somehow you can recreate that. Because I think the Detroit game was when they kind of put him in that Debo role. Other than that, I know you're saying if, I just don't see how. Because screens wasn't good with. Like, quick little slants wasn't good with. Deep wasn't good with. The dude's got speed, and that's it. That's all he's got. Debo, at least, if he gets hit, he can muscle it off. Rager, exactly like Random just said.
Thank you, Random. Appreciate it.
He's too soft.
No, I agree. In fact, what did I say at the end of last year? Right after that Tampa game, that dude better never put on my jersey ever again. I better never see that man in midnight. I hope.
I don't know. I just remember you going, Rager, you stupid fucking idiot. A clip that will live in history.
You know, and in all honesty, I like Richie's comment right here. You know, the Greg Ward transition QB wide receiver. Listen, in all honesty, Richie, I feel he can play quarterback at any moment if we need him. You know, if Hurts would go down, Minshew and Strong, and that was our only guy, I'm sure Greg could do it if he wanted to. You know, it's kind of, well, I don't know how long he was a QB, but it's kind of like
college,
high school and college, right?
I think so, yeah.
A little bit of college. Oh, no, all of college probably.
Yeah.
But the point is, it's like kind of riding a bike to these guys. You know, they do it so much that I'm sure it'd take a week or two, but he could figure it back out, you know. But why I say I like this comment is because I feel Greg Ward should have been playing in the slot all last year over Rager. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but Greg Ward has shown me he can make catches when needed. He can make those big plays when the moment is big. I mean, how many times has he caught game-winning balls for us over the last 3-4 years? A lot. He's proven that. He's proven he has hands. Rager has not. I've always said Greg Ward should have played over. Huh?
I said Ward has at least 2 or 3 just playing Washington alone.
Yeah. You know, and that's why I said, in my opinion, Greg Ward should have been our slot wide receiver.
Oh, 100%. He should not have been in red zone packages. He should have been.
What's up, Jerry?
What's going on, guys? How we doing?
Not much, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rager had and still has Aaron Moorhead coaching him. Listen, that's another concern of mine, Richie. I ain't gonna lie. I am not a Moorhead guy. I never have been, and I probably never will be. I believe Devontae Smith's improvements were because of himself, because he just works that damn hard at it, you know. And I don't give Aaron Moorhead any props for Quez Watkins. I give Quez Watkins props for Quez when he went down last offseason and worked out with Calvin Ridley. Calvin helped him. That's who I give props to. Moorhead, I don't know, man. I just haven't seen the improvement in our wide receivers over the last 2 years that I would like to see. I didn't see that jump from Rager year 1 to year 2 under Moorhead. You'd think you would have. In fact, he either didn't do anything or gotten worse. I don't know how you guys, but...
Did Rager do any workouts with anyone? Like, we saw Watkins do it with Ridley. Devontae Smith's just Devontae Smith. Did we even see Rager work out with anyone?
I just don't think he's that interested.
No, I don't.
I don't think he likes football, bro. I think he just plays it because
money.
I will trade him for 20-piece chicken nuggets right now.
Yeah, I don't like Aaron Moorhead either, man. You should have been gone.
Yeah, no, I can't even talk about this kid. I really don't want to. Like every time Rager comes up, I just want to punch something instantly.
Yeah, it's a shame that somebody like him gets a chance and he doesn't do anything with it.
Bro, so Richie, I gotta ask if Baker is gone, are you sending Baker to Seattle, or what are you doing with Baker?
Right. Well, I think, and Dante, ECG, not coach, but Dante and I have had this conversation before. And actually, AK, I'm pretty sure you were in that. That was the stream you were in.
Yeah.
Sean's gonna get suspended. Baker's gonna play his like 6 or 7 games that just Sean's suspended. By that time around, trade deadline's coming up, so that's probably when you see him. So I don't.
Hey, Richie, I'm all for that, man. Go ahead and support him. I'm not saying don't do that. All I'm saying is I gave the fucking kid 2 years. He's disappointed me both years. I've given him the opportunity, and I'm done. I mean, dude, you are a first overall pick for us. Well, yeah, but he was our first overall pick like 2 years ago. You know, and I'm telling you right now, as our first overall pick in that draft, do you know he is only one of 3 wide receivers in the NFL that has played less than 25 games and hasn't even eclipsed 1,000 yards? Do you want to know who those other 2 players are? Darius Hayward-Bay and Nelson Aguilar. 2 of them we had.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure there was another Eagle, which is just depressing.
Yeah, that's fucking terrible, my guy. That is terrible.
We've come a long way.
So my support for him is gone. Like Darius Hayward-Bay, trash. Nelson Aguilar, trash.
Trash.
Rager, right there with him.
Trash.
I mean, that's just until he proves otherwise. That's where he sits in my book. Funny,
Amen.
I've been a Moorhead guy. I didn't ever have an issue with Moorhead, honestly, Random. I thought he would have been a good thing, but I just haven't seen the improvements. You know, I think he's a nice guy, for sure. I just think he's a shitty coach. I mean, I'm just putting it nicely.
Yeah, I mean, when players got to go out and like get help outside, you know there's something wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Like Richie said, wide receiver illegal picks running out of bounds more than once. That's on Moorhead. That's fucking coaching, man. 100%. Like, now, granted, as a player, you know, in Moorhead's defense to a point, Smith should have known better. I mean, for Christ's sake, bro, you were a Heisman winner. You should know where the sideline is, and you shouldn't run out of bounds. Same with Rager. I mean, y'all been playing this game since you were kids. There's no reason for that. But Moorhead, there is no reason for you to allow that shit to happen, though, either. So it's not just on them. It's on him as well. They should both share the blame.
For sure.
Rager's best highlights was that catch in training camp. Yeah, that's fucking sad. That is sad. Like, dude, the only time this kid can catch is when he ain't covered. Wait. Oh, ha, 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 ha. Gotcha.
Yeah, I saw that.
I wasn't sure. I just left it go because I didn't know, but I get it now. And yeah, yep. You guys are funny. So Jerry, I gotta ask you, man. We were talking earlier. You know, there's some things. Have you been in the chat this whole time, or did you just get here? You just got here?
Yeah.
Okay. We were talking earlier. There's been some rumors going about that maybe Todd Gurley is looking to try and make a return. Would you mind giving him a tryout? We'll just say a tryout, not giving him a position, but trying him out to maybe be Miles' backup?
Sure, why not? Why
I
not?
don't.
It's a tryout, it wouldn't hurt anything.
Yeah, I mean, like we were saying earlier, he gives you that bell cow back. Somebody with power.
I mean, do it with Kerryon Johnson. He was in camp the entire time.
Whatever happened to him?
He didn't work out.
No, I know, but did he go anywhere else?
I think back to Detroit on the practice squad, and after that, maybe cut. I don't know. I know.
I was actually stoked to get him, to be honest.
I was too.
Me too. Yeah.
Because I remember watching him in Auburn. Dude was a tank, and then Tank Bigsby showed up, and he became the actual tank.
And he didn't do good. He didn't do bad in Detroit. He just got injured.
And what it was I know preseason games. I know there's one where he just straight up slipped. Yeah. He just didn't play good in the preseason, so they just cut him.
Yo, poor Tariq Cohen, bro. Oh my god. Yo, that kid is not catching a break right now, man.
No, he's not.
Last year, now this year, and dude, did you watch that video, right?
Oh, of course.
I watched it too, and I wish I didn't. When I heard that pop, and I heard him go, "Oh my god!" and he just fell down, I was like, "Ooh."
I was like, "He's done.
He's done."
He's gone for."
Oh, that kind of makes me wonder. I guess Chicago is going to be rolling with Montgomery again.
I mean, Montgomery was good. David Montgomery was a damn good running back.
No, he was.
He saved my fantasy at one point. Then he got injured.
You know what's funny about Chicago? They always have a good running back and a great defense, but that's it.
Oh, their defense is going to be pretty bad this year, man.
They have good wide receivers too, but their quarterback always sucks.
Their defense is not going to be good though.
Oh yeah, getting rid of Khalil Mack just.
They lost Khalil Mack. Aren't they about to lose like Robert Quinn too?
I think so.
They lost Robert Quinn. Who else did they lose? They lost somebody else on the D-line.
Yeah, no, I don't know what the hell is going on with Chicago.
They lost Kyle Fuller.
Yeah. No, I don't know what's going on, bro. Over the last 4 years here, it's almost like they gave up. You know what I mean?
After pretty much the last important guy is going to end up being Robert Quinn. Or not Robert Quinn, Roquan Smith.
Now listen, I gotta give Trubisky props for something. He got Chicago to the playoffs 2 out of 3 years being there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he did. I remember the 1 year at first, but yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? And that's a bad fucking team. And not just that, but dude, he had Matt Nagy coaching him. That's tough.
That's a
Matt Nagy did him no favors. He did nothing for that team. But they've really fell off, dude. What was it? His rookie year, they went 11-6 or something like that. They were really good, and then next thing you know, now they're just nothing.
It was mostly their defense. I can't even give him that credit.
I know, and that's what kind of pisses me off too, man, is everybody's going to sit, and I don't even know why I'm saying this because he's an Ohio State guy, but I really think Justin Fields is very talented. And on a better team, Justin Fields might actually be pretty effective. But I'm telling you right now, Chicago is going to destroy this kid. He has no O-line. Mooney is his number 1 receiver. Now, Mooney is not bad, but isn't he in his 3rd year? So he's got a little bit to go.
3rd year, he has a lot of inconsistency.
Yeah, so Robinson, losing him to the Rams did not help. I don't even know who the hell their tight end is. Who's their tight end? Is it? It's Met. It's Komet, right? How do you say it?
Komet.
Komet, is that who that is, or did he leave?
I don't know. Give me a second.
But dude, they need help. They need fucking help.
Their front office just sucks.
They do, right?
Like every good player that they have, they trade them off. Like I don't get it.
What is blowing my mind about Chicago, dude, is growing up, they didn't suck. They've always had an excellent defense in Chicago, man.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah,
I mean, hell, Brian Urlacher held that defense together for how many years?
Yeah.
They just straight down.
Yeah. So their starting tight end is Cole Kmet.
Cole
Their
Kmet.
starting three: Darnell Mooney, Brian Pringle, Velus Jones Jr., who is a rookie.
Wasn't Carson Palmer on one of their?
He was there last year, or not Palmer? That was Dalton. Was there last year?
Dalton. Oh, that defense.
But before him, it was Carson Palmer, right?
I don't remember.
It was somebody. I can't remember who that
ever
was.
being on the Bears.
Well, before it was Andy Dalton, it was Trubisky. Before Trubisky was Cutler, right?
Cutler, that's who it was. Jay Cutler.
Jay Cutler. That is right? It went from Cutler to Trubisky, right? Or was there
I thought
between Cutler?
I thought it went from Dalton to Trubisky, but Cutler to Dalton.
Yeah.
Either way, those are the four. I don't know the order.
Yeah.
Those are the four.
Now, if you ask me who it was before Cutler, I have no fucking clue. I don't know. You'll have to Google that one.
Yeah. He had been there for a long time, dude.
Yeah.
Feely was there too before.
Who?
Weird.
AJ Feely?
Who?
AJ Feely.
Somebody was there. I can't remember.
Yeah, before Cutler, that's out of my jurisdiction.
Right.
Yo, what's good, Nix? How you doing, man? Yeah, the Bears are mediocre. That's why we're talking about them. In fact, it's sad because the Bears are starting to end up being the new Browns and Jets.
Agreed.
And that's not good because the Bears have never been that bad. I think their owner's getting too old. Let's just put it out there. Like, the woman is 96.
Nick,
I'm kind of proud of Detroit, man. They're stepping up.
I think Nix is right.
Yeah.
I think it was Mike Glennon before Cutler.
Was it? Because I know Mike Glennon was in Tampa.
No,
where did he go from Tampa?
Mike Glennon was on Chicago. I remember Mike Glennon being on Chicago.
So did he go from Tampa to Chicago?
Hold up, I'm about to.
Because Mike Glennon was the quarterback of Tampa Bay before Jameis Winston, and then Jameis Winston came in, took it from Mike Glennon.
I know Mike Glennon wound up in New York.
Give me a second.
It's hard to keep up with all these quarterbacks, to be honest.
I know, dude. Freaking.
Okay, it was Rex. Okay, 2006 through 2007, Grossman. 2008, Orton. 09 to 15.
They did have Orton. That's right.
09 to 15 was Cutler. 2016 was Matt Barkley. 17 to 20 was Trubisky, and then 2021 to now is Justin Fields. But I remember they had Mike. Okay, Mike Glennon was the backup to Trubisky at one point.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Wait, Jones. Who are we talking? Jones who?
Daniel Jones?
Jones. You mean Justin? Jones. Wait, where did I miss something? What is going on?
I don't know what he's talking about.
Who's Jones? Dante, just come in and talk. What are you doing?
Right. Get in the link, please.
He's chatting. Yeah, no, Grossman was.
Are you talking about Daniel Jones?
Yeah, that's the only Jones I know. Unless you mean Julio Jones.
Oh, wait. Did you mean no? Orton took him to the Super Bowl. Yeah, who?
Dante, will you answer us, bro, and stop talking about Kyle Orton?
Right? Just get in the chat. Just get in the chat.
What is this Jones you speak of?
He's gonna be the new Jack Sparrow.
Why is the rum always gone?
But why is the rum gone?
Go sleep,
Dude,
they go into
did
Mason.
I just hear this? They're talking about The Rock being Jack Sparrow.
Yes, you heard me right. Go ahead, give your take real quick. I gotta run to the bathroom real fast.
Also,
but yeah,
before you do, it is between, I believe, and we also talked about this, and if I read it correctly, it's between The Rock and Margot Robbie, aka Harley Quinn. It's between those two right now. Either that or Robbie will be the main female character.
If they do this, they're gonna have to change the pirate's name. It's not gonna be able to be Jack Sparrow anymore.
They're gonna have to change the Caribbean. It's not gonna be Pirates of the Caribbean. It's gonna be Pirates of the I don't know. Never mind. I can't.
Well, just say it. You know you fucking want to. It's gonna be Vaginas of the Caribbean.
No. I was trying to make swole with Caribbean, and I couldn't.
No,
come on, AK. My son's sitting right here.
Well, you didn't tell me that. Why would you bring him to an uncensored stream? That is your fault, not mine.
Okay. Well, you didn't have the red one.
The words are out there in
got the red background.
Okay, he didn't understand it anyway.
He's got the red background, my guy. Pay attention to the color.
Oh, he was talking about Jones. Okay.
Well, now we're talking.
Well, Nick, you probably just met the only person that believes in this man, so enjoy it. Talk to him. 6 or 7, dude. In fact, you know what? That's funny you say that because I have you right around 7 or 8, so you're not too far off.
I was about to say I'll give him 7 or 8.
Yeah, because I honestly think Brian DeBall is going to be good for you guys, and I believe Wink will be good for you as well. So I don't think you're going to be.
I think it's going to be a rough couple of weeks for them, but I do think they will. I'm going to say right now, Washington's going to be in last place. You will not change my mind on that. I don't care.
Yeah, it's going to be rough playing head coach for the first time, you know?
Yeah, they're going to definitely take their licks and chops. It's going to be like us last year. They're not going to find their true identity until like closer to the midway of the season.
Well, I got to look something up real fast before I get into this.
Didn't you need to go pee?
I already did. Why do you think my camera was off?
Your camera was off for like 10 seconds.
Did Jones have last year? Like,
bro, I live in the country. All I got to do is walk out my garage and piss right next.
I also forget that you do this in your garage. Yeah. You're right.
All right. Now listen. Hold on. Somebody came in. Yeah, what's good, big place, eh?
In your garage.
What's up, sir? Well, good, yeah.
Listen, do you know why I say, and I'm not saying Daniel Jones is trash, okay? I'm just saying I don't like him. I understand the man has been injured the last 2 previous years, but listen, I'm not going to lie. When you got only 10 touchdowns in 2021 and you only got 11 touchdowns in 2022, listen, I know you can say, well, he was injured, but how many people have, let's just say,
more interceptions than touchdowns?
No, I was going to say, what do you think? Like, if we're going to talk good here, and I even put Jalen Hurts into the Daniel Jones conversation at this point in this conversation. But all right, so for the first 6 weeks, what do you think the average quarterback has in the first 6 weeks of football, touchdown wise? Like, would you say the average quarterback, like Tom Brady, Justin Herbert, all these guys that are franchise guys, in 6 games have roughly around 28 touchdowns in 6 games? Roughly?
That's impressive, man.
What do you mean that's impressive?
No, I mean like 20.
Like between 15 to 20 touchdowns in 6 games? That's
kind
No, I'm
of
saying
high.
like 28 touchdowns in 6 games is amazing.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. Like usually, like for instance, in 2020, Daniel Jones didn't get injured until what, week 12, 13,
Right.
something like that. He only had 11 touchdowns in 12 weeks. Really, guys? Really? Like that's what I'm talking about. It's not the fact that he sucks and he can't play, but you're really telling me he only had 11 touchdowns in 12 games? That's bad. If Jalen had that, that's bad. Like the average quarterback in 11 games has how many touchdowns? They're probably at 30 touchdowns in 11 games already. The average one. And I get it. They don't have wide receivers. They didn't have an O-line. Blah, 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 blah. Many teams have that excuse every fucking year. They're not the only ones.
Well, he hasn't even gotten in the sniff the playoff game, though.
No, and that's my only point to the Daniel Jones thing. I'm not saying he sucks. I'm not saying he's terrible. I'm just saying
he's not
you
good.
can do a lot better. I mean, if Jalen Hurts would have those same exact stats for 3 years, I'd be like, well, we need to do something better because that's
hell yeah. I mean, it's time to get a new QB.
Exactly. That's exactly why we're losing. So I'm gonna fix that because you can't have 11 touchdowns in 12 fucking games. That means you literally threw a whole game where you didn't throw a single touchdown. You have less touchdowns in games like that. Come on.
I feel like throughout this season, you'll probably see like I would say a better assessment of Daniel Jones.
I hope so.
He has a good O-line.
I hope so. And dude, that's why I say it. I hope I'm fucking wrong about Daniel Jones. I hope it's just their O-line. I want these boys to come out and ball because you know what? When we kick their fucking ass on Sunday, I don't want no fucking excuses.
Right.
You had your best team out there. Daniel Jones, your O-line, your wide receivers, your defense. Everyone's out there. So when we fuck you up, you can't come back here crying to me saying, oh, well, we had this and that. No, I don't give a fuck. You know?
I agree.
Did y'all watch the
get good, please. So when we beat you, it's not, oh, you beat them because they're in the NFC least. No, it ain't about that. Everyone get good. So when we beat your ass, there is no excuses. It's that simple.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really like the receivers too. Like they I'm sorry, bro. The receivers are trash last year.
Bro, East Coast. All 3 starting receivers hurt. What did Carson Wentz do in 19 and 20? Or was it? It was 19, right? He had 5,000 yards passing and not a single receiver over 500 yards.
He didn't have 5,000 yards.
Or 4,000. I mean 4,000. Sorry, 4,000 passing and not a single receiver over 500 yards. And how many touchdowns did he have in 19?
He had like 27.
27. I don't use the fucking receiver excuse, bro, because we've had quarterbacks many years without wide receivers, and we've made it work. I
feel like everything was going wrong for Jones though, because like the scheme was messing up, the receivers couldn't mesh, and then the O-line sucked. Like nothing was.
Dude, you can't. You still can't. You know what I mean? He's got to do better.
Did he break up?
Yeah, I think he broke up.
What'd you say, bud?
He's got to do better.
Yeah.
Listen, the important question is here, Slay. The important question is, what do you think about The Rock being the new Captain Jack Sparrow?
Wait, what?
I need to know everybody.
Well, you didn't hear that, Slay?
No.
Disney's replacing Johnny Depp with The Rock as Captain Jack Sparrow.
Here,
Really?
let's lay off of the football talk chat real quick. Everybody in the chat, lay off of the football talk. What do you think about Captain Jack Sparrow being Dwayne The Rock Johnson? I need everybody's comments right now.
I mean,
My son said totally no.
That's a smart boy.
You can't call him Jack Sparrow if you're gonna have The Rock playing that character.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining The Rock doing like the stupid like runs that he does. I'm like, I can't imagine it.
No, it wouldn't work, man. You couldn't play
Fucking
that.
bicep would be bouncing off of everything.
No, you know what they're trying to do, bro, is listen, I read an article. The Rock is actually the most doted on celebrity and the most asked for celebrity in the whole world. His fan base is ridiculous. And I know what Disney's thinking. If they can get the Rock to play Captain Jack, they're going to pull more audience from other areas that they didn't have before with Johnny Depp. But what they're and this is what's going to happen. I'm telling you right now. You're going to have us, who is the original people who watched it, and we're going to be like, wow, that fucking sucked. And then you're going to have the Rock people who love The Rock and are total Rock fans be like, that was the best fucking movie ever. And then you're going to have and then you're going to have the clash. I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen. You're going to have new gen versus old gen, and we're going to clash, and everybody's going to go, you're a fucking idiot. It's just going to happen.
I will say the fourth movie, you do have to have a couple of drinks in order to watch that. I will say that.
Yeah. Nix, when is Sterling Shepard not injured? Come on, dog.
Something to think about it.
Like, when is he not injured? He's injured every
Something
freaking.
to think about The Rock being a pirate.
Oh yeah, no, dude. Like,
It's not good. Oh.
wait, what did you say?
Creamed.
Tell him.
There's no way that The Rock can't be Captain Jack Sparrow at all.
Smart man.
Very smart man.
Very smart man. We've got one of the new gen on our sides.
Jalen had Devontae Smith all year, and Dallas Goedert all last year, with 3 running backs having 4.5 yards carry or more last year.
Richie, you can't. Richie, you're basically saying let's take Jason Momoa to play Jack Sparrow. That's also the problem. Jack Sparrow was not a buff dude. He was a normal, average Joe.
Yeah, he's not like a. I don't know.
He was to quote AK, he's a 6-foot
Yo,
white
by
guy.
the way, AK, the dude that's in the trap right now, Trust Nas 8, that's one of my friends, Ravens fan right there.
Oh, what's good, man? Appreciate you stopping in. Please make sure you hit that like, subscribe button.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Jalen had Devontae Smith. Yeah, I know he had Devontae Smith. Yeah, he had Dallas Goedert all last year. Yeah. He had 3 running backs having 4.5 yards per carry. Yeah, I get it. But let's not also act like that 4.5 yards per carry didn't come from that great fucking offensive line we had in front, too. Because I'm going to tell you right now, they wouldn't have if we didn't have that line. Our line will make any halfback look good. Like, let's be honest about that.
Have that line.
Boston Scott is not a fucking Boston Scott is nowhere near Miles Sanders. Gainwell is nowhere near Miles Sanders. None of these guys' talent level are anywhere near Miles. The only thing that Miles lacks is health. That is it. But when it comes to talent level, none of them compare. They only got 4.5 because of our fucking line. Okay? I'm not gonna sit here and give him any leeway on Galladay. Dude, that's not my fucking problem. They should have had better coaches then. It's not my fault that their coaches only ran curl routes all season long. Like that's not my problem. Okay? All I'm saying is that you can figure out
what you're given.
11 more fucking what more than 11 touchdowns. That's
you definitely got to work with what you're given, dude. Like, there's no excuses. This is NFL.
I mean, dude, I don't sit here and give you fucking excuses for Jacksonville over the last 15 years. You guys just suck. It's that simple. I'm just saying.
You hear Dante furiously typing on his keyboard right now.
Freaking buttons are flying off.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Like, You don't get excuses in this league, my guy. No one gets a slap on the wrist just because you have a bad fucking team. If that's the case, the Browns would have had it a long time ago. The Jets would have had it a long fucking time ago.
Browns wouldn't have been a team.
Yeah, like you just don't get a pass because your team fucking sucks. I'm sorry. I don't see the Texans and shit lying down. I don't see Detroit lying the fuck down, right? Like you're giving.
Look at McNabb was given all those years, dude, but he still made it to the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you either have it or you don't. And trust me, I say this right now about Daniel Jones, but if Jalen Hurts shows me the same fucking thing this year, I'll be saying the same fucking thing about him next year. No problem.
Yeah.
Yo, what's going on, Nas?
What's going on, fellas?
How you doing, sir?
Welcome.
All right, how y'all? What's going on?
Doing good, man. Hey, you're a Raven fan. I love it. I want to get your take on the Marquise Brown situation, sir.
Oh yeah, he was pissed. Oh yeah.
I saw this man look up and just go.
You can't replace speed. And it's hard to replace speed.
I'll give you a Jalen Reagor.
We got three young players. I think we got the youngest wide receiver core in the National Football League right now. That's actually starting, fellas. Starting. So when I look at it, when I look at it from that, I don't know how to feel coming into this season because this is the most youngest wide receiver core we had since I can remember being a Ravens fan. I've been a Ravens fan since 2008, fellas, and I've never in my life seen a wide receiver core that's so young. Like there's no vet on our team.
Who's your youngest wide receiver?
Huh?
They have Bateman.
Bateman.
Yeah, I love Bateman.
Yeah, no, I think Bateman's going to be an awesome piece for you, man. Do you feel Bateman's the reason why you traded Marquise? Do you think he might have a play in that because he might be getting better?
You know what? I don't know if you guys remember or if you guys could be able to. I don't think you guys could be able to pull it up. I don't know why I asked.
James Crochet.
It's this picture on Lamar's Twitter that he posted, I think, a couple of months back of him trading with Rashad Bateman and everything on the field. And,
Wait, real quick, bud. East, that's exactly my point, bro. You saying I'm proving your point, but you're proving mine. In 2019, when Carson Wentz threw 27 touchdowns and 7 interceptions and threw for 4,000 yards and had no wide receivers over 500, guess what? Our whole fucking offensive line was injured that year. That is my point. That's exactly what I'm trying to say to you. We didn't have JP that year. He was injured. We didn't have Sayamalu that year. Only person we had was Kels. Everyone else was injured that year. That is my point. But Carson Wentz still threw for over 4,000 yards, 27 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. And we had the worst O-line in the league that year because everyone was injured. You made my point, sir.
Yeah, so
sorry, go ahead.
What I was saying, that's I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, so yeah, I don't know how am I feeling going into this season with the youngest wide receiver in the league.
James Crochet, Devin Duvernay, yeah.
Devin Duvernay, they're young, they not. I think Duvernay can make that kind of leap, but I don't know who will be our kick returner now that he's our second receiver.
Again, I'll give you a Jalen Reagor.
I'll take YPU1. I'll take Reagor, but I want to vet. How long Reagor been in the league?
This will be his third year.
He don't play like he's been in long enough.
A long time vet like that's in free agency right now, like Odell Beckham, or Julio Jones, or Cole Beasley.
Zach Ertz has 900 yards off there? What?
No, he had 900 yards in 19 is what he's saying. Yes, but that's exactly what I'm talking about. He was our best wide receiver, and he's a fucking tight end. That's what I'm trying to tell you, my guy. You got to go back and look at it. You want to sit there? Yeah. What's up?
if you I gotta follow you on Twitter too.
Oh yeah, man, that's at AK Eagles 88.
I posted a poll the other day, and I said which vet wide receiver the Ravens should sign. Julio Jones, OBJ, or Cole Beasley.
I think
who would you sign?
Yeah, who should have which veteran wide receiver the Ravens?
I'd go with OBJ.
Yeah.
But
don't get me wrong, I love Julio, man, but Julio is not Julio of old.
Nah, but OBJ ain't anymore, bro.
Yeah,
he's like an old sneaker.
At least OBJ showed you something in the Super Bowl before he got injured. You know,
yeah,
I would.
Yeah,
out of those
people
receivers,
looking at Odell Beckham's injury, and it's like, do we want him?
Out of those receivers, I would take Cole Beasley, to be honest, because Cole Beasley is productive, and I understand.
That's what I'm saying. I missed the speed. I got to.
Whoa. Speaking of which, I did not know that man was 36 years old. Did you know that?
Wait, who?
Beasley. I didn't know he was that freaking old, man. I knew he was in a long time, but damn, I didn't know he was that freaking old.
Yeah, he moved. Yeah, he moved fast still.
Right? I was like, yo, this dude is really that old?
Cole Beasley's 33.
Well, still 33. Even still, that's old for a wide receiver, bro. And then moving like he does and still producing. Like
I think Tyreek Hill. No, Tyreek is not 33.
Tyreek's 29. He's like 28, 29, I think.
Yeah, he's like 28, I think.
Yeah, so I need a vet that can come in and show these young guys how to do it, and we can at least get one. I'll
give you Greg Ward.
I don't understand Eric DeCosta though, because if it was Ozzie Newsome, he would have been brought in a veteran wide receiver.
Listen, East, I know what you're saying, bro. Golden Tate had 600 yards. First off, Evan Ingram didn't have more because Evan Ingram wasn't even on this team. So I'm not sure where Evan Ingram comes into play. But, you're talking for the Giants? Okay. Yeah,
wow.
Sorry. And Dallas Goedert had 600. I understand, dude. I get it. But you got to come to what we're talking about.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
You good. You know, you got to look where we're coming at from a standpoint. I understand the stats and what the stats show, dude. But when you visually watch that team in 2019, it was a fucking horror show. I mean, dude, you got all Eagle fans up here. They'll agree with me. 19 was a shitty fucking year. I mean, we had no offensive line the whole year long, and somehow we made it work. You know, I get it. 600 yards. Well, dude, 600 yards. What the fucking do? What is 600 yards right now? You know, you got people out here getting 1,500 yards, 1,200, 1,000. 600 ain't shit right now. Okay? Dallas Goedert had 600. I get it, but that's all the people he had to throw to, bro. That is all he had to throw to. Dallas Goedert and Zach Ertz. Travis Fulgham was our best wide receiver that year, and he's not even on a fucking team. Greg Ward was another one. He hardly even plays. He should have last year, but he hardly plays. And who was our other guy? Who was
Reagor?
Huh?
He had another guy off the street.
No, it wasn't Reagor, was it? No, he wasn't around.
No, it wasn't right. Wait.
No.
It was Ward and Fulgham. Ward was off the street. Fulgham was off the street. I don't think
it was Fulgham, Ward, and who was the other one?
No. We didn't have Fulgham that year.
In 19? Yeah, that's where it went on.
We had.
No, that was 20.
We had Fulgham in 2020. We didn't have
Bryce Treggs.
Yeah.
Bryce Treggs.
Bryce, who?
That's what I'm saying, dude. We're telling you our wide receivers here who literally were nobodies. They were nobodies. I mean, hell, at least Sterling Shepard is fucking something, even though he's injured all the time. Everyone at least knows who the fuck Sterling Shepard is. Do you know who Bryce Treggs is? That's my point. Did you know who Travis Fulgham was before we fucking had him? I didn't.
Hey, I liked him and everything.
I did too, man. We all did.
Him
and then Alshon comes back and we sit the motherfucker. Made no sense.
I like him too. He's another vet. And what about what you call it? What's his name? I enjoyed when y'all got Ortega Whiteside. I thought
you can take him. Take him. Have fun.
You can have him, bro.
I agree with that, Richie, 100%. Dougie P made that fucking year work. Dougie P is the only reason we made it.
Y'all had Golden Tate, right?
Yeah, we had him.
We had him, and we did.
Yeah, but it was at the end of the fucking year we had him. We didn't have him all year.
I miss having Jeremy Maclin, yo. I miss Jeremy Maclin.
Yeah.
I truly miss Jeremy Maclin. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah. And Dante Burnett. That guy too. Whoever the hell Dante Burnett is.
He was number 16. Yeah.
No, I know, but I'm saying he's nobody. Like he's no one now. So that's what I'm saying. No, everyone that played in 2019 as wide receivers, they're nowhere right now, dude. Nowhere.
Hey, when y'all had Shady, y'all was nice.
Yes, sir. Dream team.
Well, was that Hightower's rookie year, Hallie? Was it?
No. Hightower was 2020. Full gun was 2022.
Dude, I'm so mad at Chip Kelly.
I can't keep up with them all, bro, honestly.
You're fine,
it's so hard to keep up with every single one of these guys.
Hey, fellas, I'm gonna go ahead and everything, chill out. I'm gonna probably get back in y'all stream. How long y'all gonna be on?
Till it ends, man. I have no stop time, honestly. Till there's no one watching.
Yeah, I had to tell Nas about you, man.
Yeah, I had to come to myself, y'all. And I appreciate you guys having me on the stream. I asked some questions so far.
No problem, man. You're welcome back anytime. Seriously, my door's always open.
The next time y'all go live, I'll definitely tune in and everything. Or you guys can have me on and everything.
Yes, sir.
So I'll catch you guys though.
Peace, Nas.
All right, y'all.
So because collectively as a team, the Eagles played better, that the Giants make Daniel Jones bad when he had a worse team overall. That's what I'm trying to tell you. How can you sit there and say he had a worse team overall in 2019? How?
We're saying that even regardless of, whoever he had, they were better than what we had in the year Carson Wentz was throwing the ball. That's what we're trying to say.
Yeah. Sure, fine. Collectively last year as a whole, if you want to talk about last year, okay, maybe sure, we were better. Okay. I mean, in all honesty, if you think about it, Galladay should be better than Devontae Smith, right? Should be. He's a vet. I mean, he's been playing a long time. He didn't do bad in Detroit with Matthew Stafford. Only when he got injured did he not play. But other than that, he was their only threat. I mean, listen, Galladay can play football. I'm not going to lie. He can. But they didn't use him right. Yeah, he can play. That's why I said he can play football. He's all right, but he can play. Yeah. And in fact, Galladay, in my opinion, last year, before the Giants got him the last offseason, we actually wanted him because we literally had no one to throw to. But then he goes to the Giants. And then we draft Devontae Smith. Okay? But that's what I'm saying. It's not about collectively, man. It is a team sport after all. I mean, it takes all 12 dudes to win. And when I mean 12, I mean fans as well, especially when you're at home. But I'm telling you, like, in 19, we were just as bad or maybe even worse than the Giants. That's my whole point. Like, if you're basing it off of 19, that's not an argument. Now, last year, sure, that is an argument, but good quarterbacks elevate their team, right? I mean, That's one thing we always discuss on here. That's one thing you always say. They elevate their team. Aaron Rodgers somehow, some way is going to elevate Green Bay, supposedly. We will see, but he will because he's that kind of a quarterback. I'm telling you, Daniel Jones, if he's that guy, should have been able to score more than 11 touchdowns. That's all I'm saying, man. It's not the fact that he sucks or he's bad or this and that. Like, Carson Wentz scored 27 fucking touchdowns with 3 dudes who literally were working at a supermarket weeks beforehand. That's what I'm saying.
McDonald's hats, bruh.
Yeah, like I can't. When you have somebody who can throw 27 touchdowns and 7 interceptions to no one without an offensive line, I'm not giving anyone else that excuse, that same excuse. I'm not. But that's just coming from me because I've seen a quarterback do it. Now, you have your take, that's fine, but I'm just saying what I see. And I'm not threatened by Daniel Jones. If he can only throw 11 touchdowns in a year, no one should be scared of Daniel fucking Jones. How many did he have his rookie year? Hold on. Let's look. He's 45 and 29 altogether. He had 10 touchdowns and 11 and 21 and then 11 and 20. But what did he have? His rookie year, he had I want to say he was 24 and 12. So his best year was literally his rookie year. Ever since then, he's never even came over 12 touchdowns in a year. That's sad, dude. It's fucking sad. But no, he did not have consistent patch casting. That's what I'm trying to say, man. It's really hard talking to other fans about our team whenever you don't watch them. Because if you can truly sit there and say Carson Wentz had consistent pass catchers, then you did not watch this team. And I'm just saying, I'm being honest, man. If you truly can say that, then you did not watch any Eagle games at all. Because Carson Wentz truly never really had a consistent pass catcher, only in 17 when he had Alshon. Other than that, no. Because the years after, Alshon was injured for 2 years, and so was DJ.
I mean, are you counting tight ends as well?
That's the only argument you got, Slay. I mean, that's literally the only argument anyone has because, I mean, it's fucking Zach Ertz, the most trustworthy man when it comes to catching footballs. So of course you're going to have consistency there, and Dallas Goedert. Okay, yeah, that's your only 2 weapons you had. And if that is truly, and East Coast, if that is truly what you're talking about, that we just had 2 awesome fucking tight ends, then that is why Jacksonville has never won. If you are basing this team off of 2 fucking tight ends and not wide receivers, I do not know where to take this argument. Seriously. Because if you're telling me that my team was good just because we had 2 great fucking tight ends, I'm done arguing. Because no team is winning with just 2 good tight ends. You need a lot more than that. And Goddard hardly ever played whenever he was first drafted. He played, but he didn't play like he does now. Yeah, his rookie year. Because he had to turn to Dallas Goedert, Zach Ertz, and Miles Sanders in his passing game. That's exactly what I'm talking about. None of your threats came from the wide receiver position. Nothing. You had 3 main dudes on this team, on the offense, that the whole offense ran through. Miles Sanders, his rookie year, Dallas Goedert, and Zach Ertz. That is it. The other guys were just here and there whenever they were able to do what they could do. I mean, am I wrong up here, guys, at all?
No, I agree with you. I just don't think Daniel Jones is, that good.
I mean, I don't think Jones is good, and I don't think he's a game changer. That's why he's shown that he can't prove to do good, even if there's no receivers or just general pass catchers for him. But I think what I haven't seen from Jones is like a real offensive line and some actual like consistent pass catchers, and then maybe he could be a solid quarterback at best. And then that's what the label could be on him, and not just a terrible quarterback. Where I think he can be like a solid QB, not a great quarterback that can elevate his players, but
Gronk is a whole nother story.
Well, yeah, and no, I agree with you, Slay. Like that, I never said the kid is trash. He can be a solid quarterback. But I'm not going to sit here and say Daniel Jones is going to be the guy. I think he's gone after this year, plain, point, and simple. I mean, I don't care if he thinks he's going to be good or not. I just think the Giants already made up their mind. Truly, they have. They didn't sign his 50-year option, so that just kind of tells you. But, yeah, Gronk and Aaron Hernandez, first off, he only had Aaron Hernandez for, 4 years before he got taken, right? It wasn't that long. It was pretty short. And they also had, now I don't know if was Amendola and Edelman part of that when Gronk and Aaron Hernandez was there?
What year?
I don't know. I don't even know what year he's talking about.
I don't think Amendola was around there, but
Edelman was, right?
I think Edelman was, yeah.
And that was also when they had Randy Moss, right?
Around, if Randy Moss was there like around 2007 to 09, so maybe, I don't know.
All right. Well, you're saying nope. I don't know which nope that is. Okay, the Edelman.
I think he's on the Amendola thing. Yeah.
But even still, I get that they ran through Gronk and Aaron Hernandez. But if we're going to talk that early, like in his career, dude, Brady's first 3 Super Bowls came from that defense.
Okay, now even if you want to bring it like that, like if you're just saying that Brady just had those guys to work with, which makes him better. You know what I mean? Like if Danny, doesn't have he had some players on the field, so he didn't make the best out of it. That's basically what you're saying, dude.
Oh, yeah, no. And Richie, I'm not discrediting McGowan at all. None. I mean, listen, that is not a position you want to put a 40-year-old man in, for sure. But let's be honest, experience truly helped McGowan. Like he needed all the experience he could get, and he did a fabulous job, dude. He orchestrated that offense for just coming in and for the first time, awesome job. Like McGowan, hands down. And I felt so bad for him too at the end when he took off running and he didn't get it. I felt so bad for the man. He tried everything, dude. I do admit that Gowan was awesome that game for us. Eli had a crappy O-line. Remember, Eagles 2013-16 destroyed Eli Manning. Oh, their O-line? Yeah. No, they definitely did not do Peyton or Eli Manning any favors at the end of his career. I 100% agree with that one, bud.
But Eli still scored a bunch of touchdowns.
Yeah. Dude, I'm not saying you are being disrespectful. You're entitled to your own opinion. I'm just saying that whenever you make comments like that, I mean, dude, this is my life. This is what I do. This is what you do. And I would never say that to your team because, frankly, I don't watch them. The only reason I'm going to watch you guys this year is because you have my old head coach. And I still like him. And I want to see what he does for you guys because I think he'll do really good for the Jacksonville Jaguars. But I'm not going to sit there and tell you that your team is this or that because I frankly don't know. And whenever you sit here and say, well, the Giants were worse than you, no, they fucking weren't. Not when it comes to 2019. No, they were not. Not at all. If anything, I'll give you maybe even, but I'm not going to give you we were better. We were only better because our players and our quarterback play made us better. That's all that was, man. Yeah, no, I agree.
I don't think he's being disrespectful either. I just, there's varying opinions here.
Yeah, exactly. Eli Manning was still getting 4K passing yards with 20 touchdowns. All I'm saying, man, is that in 11 games, you should have more than 11 touchdowns. I don't understand what's wrong with saying that. There's nothing wrong with saying that. I'm telling you right now, if Trevor Lawrence came out next year and got 11 touchdowns in 11 games, your ass is going to be sitting on your fucking channel being like, we need a new fucking quarterback. Will you not?
He's already there.
In all honesty, East, if he comes out this year and he has 11 touchdowns in 11 fucking games, you're not going to sit there and be like, we need a new quarterback. Seriously?
I don't think he likes Trevor Lawrence.
I know he doesn't, but that's my point, though. If it's anybody, if it is anyone has 11 touchdowns in 11 games, you better be contemplating on getting a new quarterback. Because in 11 games, you should have like 27 touchdowns already.
For sure.
That's my point. That is all the point I'm trying to make, dude. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I'm trying to get at further. Exactly. I agree with you on that one too, Howie. I'm not a clowny guy either.
All right, man, I'm out of here.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Appreciate you coming on. That's what I'm getting at, dude. I understand where you're coming from, but I'm not also going to sit here and compare college football to national football, to the NFL. I'm not. They're two totally
different.
Major fucking difference. Like, I'm not going to do that. You can't make me do that. But I'm telling you that I understand that it might be far-fetched, but it's not far-fetched. That's all I'm saying. Then if you watch my team, you know exactly what I'm saying, dog. In 19, they were not much better. And yes, so a better coach is what won? Yes. Dude, isn't that all what football is? Okay? It is one coach on one side, one coach on the other side calling plays, and they're playing fucking chess, and your players are the chess pieces. That is what football is. It's one coach outplaying the other coach, calling in plays, and the players run it. The players are the chess pieces, and the coaches are the people playing chess. That is exactly what fucking football is. It is a coach thing. You know why we lost the playoffs last year? Because Nick Gannon and Sirianni, rookie head coaches, Bruce Arians, very
look like
very
shit against Tom.
Very veteran head coach. That was a veteran head coach kicking the shit out of a rookie. That is what that was. He was 10 steps ahead of Nick Sirianni before Nick even knew where he was going. That is all football is, man. It is
Brady
coaches playing chess with players on the field. That is exactly what football is.
Brady picked apart our defense, and the reason I felt like that was like so big was because Sirianni just couldn't like come out with a good game plan to beat that Buccaneers defense, and that Buccaneers defense just really like took it to Jalen Hurts, and that's why they just look so well.
You don't have to sign off, dude. I'm not even mad. We're just talking football, but all right, peace. No, I agree, Random. They better get exotic this year. They need to, because they can't come out looking the way they did last year, you know. And secondly, JG, he needs to go and make adjustments during the game, not wait till halftime to do it. You know, there's some improvements that they both need to make, but I think Nick is leaps and bounds ahead of JG. But that's just my opinion. How do you feel about that, Slay?
No, I agree. I feel like Nick Sirianni, even though some of those games, where you could say it wasn't really Hurts' fault, and you could say it was more Sirianni's fault because he could have called better games and not really just put everything on Hurts when it's like really his first year of starting. So you want to simplify the offense for him to like really learn everything. But I would say Sirianni only because I haven't really seen a full JG defense. I've seen what it came with, but I haven't seen a full set. He's only shown us so little. Like most of that defense last year was some of the little things that he wants to do. And now that we have more players, there's literally no excuses for him. He has to do good this year.
Yeah, no, and Howie is right too. Exactly with what you were saying. You know, Hurts has to see, and this is exactly what I was talking about just a minute ago with East Coast. All right. If Jalen Hurts comes out here and throws 16 touchdowns again in 16 fucking games, I want a new quarterback. That's not going to thrive with me. It shouldn't thrive with anyone. Like, that is something that is unacceptable, you know? But if he comes out here and in 18 games throws 38 touchdowns, okay, whatever. I'm happy.
We got that.
We're good. 27 even I'm happy with. 27 touchdowns I'm happy with. But if you come out here and only throw 18 touchdowns in 18 games, well, back to the drawing board because that's unacceptable. And that's all my point was. You know, I understand this whole – and I don't even know why people go crazy over the whole fucking Daniel Jones, Jalen Hurts debate. Who fucking cares?
I started that.
it really doesn't matter. They're both young and trying to find their way. Okay? All I'm saying is that talent matters in the NFL. It does, truly. Obviously, the Rams proved that last year. Talent fucking matters. Okay? And connectivity matters. You know, your players have to connect and be intertwined with one another, know what each other's thinking at any given moment. So when shit goes haywire and you have to scramble out of the pocket, you already know what they're doing, right? It takes a lot to win in the NFL. It is not fucking easy. It is not.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, Detroit blew out Arizona last year. Who would have thunk it?
Yeah,
you know?
that was crazy.
So
I would like to say this though, about Hurts. I personally feel like based off of what I've seen from him as a leader and him willing to compete, I think if you simplify the offense down a little bit for him and let him just learn and do what he does best, I think this year if he has like a 25, 26 type of touchdown year in terms of like passing and I guess overall rushing too, if you add like maybe 9 rushing touchdowns with like 26 passing touchdowns, that's an improved year. And if everything clicks on all cylinders, you expect to get better every year. And I feel like Hurts, based off of the way he acts, his moxie, how he presents himself, based off he's like how he just comes off naturally to other people. He's a guy that wants to learn and he's willing to sit down and just learn. And I think if you let him, get the offense simplified down a little bit, I think he could be good. And if you develop him just a little bit more, you add a little bit of a tad splash to like his game, then I think he can be an improved quarterback in a couple of years. And that's where the development comes in. And that's when he's fully developed. So I like Hurts a lot, man.
Yeah, no, I do too, man. And listen, I'm a very, very firm believer that football is 80% physical and 20% mental.
Yeah.
Right? Like it is a very, very physical sport, but there is a lot of mental that goes into this game. Jalen Reagor, for instance, dude has no mental strength whatsoever. Look at him.
Carson Wentz,
same way. You have to have the mental fortitude to play this game. If you do not, you will get ran over. And Jalen Hurts has that mental fortitude. He's very intelligent when it comes to football. Yes, there is flaws to his game. but they are flaws that can be corrected. Any QB, for the most part, can be corrected unless you are Chris Sims or Dan Orlowski. But for the most part, you can be fixed. I'm going to give this kid the opportunity to fail or succeed. It is his choice on what he chooses to do with it. Everything is right in front of him. He will either be the QB for this team next year or he will not be. It is up to him to choose what that is. But do I think he can do it? Hell yes, I can. Because he has the mental capability to be that guy. Does he have the physical part, though? We're about to find out.
And I feel like the people that, and I'm gonna be honest, I think Hurts has flaws in his game, but sure. I personally feel like the people that have knocks on him are people who just say things even though they actually haven't even played the game of football. It's way more than you think than just a quarterback stands back in the pocket and drops back and he just throws the ball. There's way more to that, and that's where Hurts has some issues with his accuracy on the field. And as you said, that could be fixed. That could be worked on. And how good he is at learning things, I feel like that just tells the coach that he wants to learn. And I feel like if you add that to the mix, then he can't get better.
Well, and Slay, answer this question for me, okay?
Yes.
How hard do you think it is to do everything a quarterback does in 2.3 seconds?
It's very hard.
You guys realize that, right? These guys drop back, find the receiver, and throw the football average-wise in we'll just say 2.5 seconds. We'll just make it easy. In 2.5 seconds. That is damn near a snap of your fingers for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
That is fucking hard. You have to make all those decisions, read the entire offense, go through your progressions, and throw the ball in 2.5 seconds. And y'all want to sit here and bitch to me about somebody not being able to do that. You go and do it, and then fucking come and talk to me.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. Hard, it is not fucking easy. That's why I never, ever, ever, ever played fucking quarterback in high school. I can throw a football, but I'm not going to be that guy that makes that decision in 2.5 seconds. It ain't going to fucking happen.
And then, I also respect the craft of, a A-Rod and a Patrick Mahomes and a Josh Allen, where those guys, not only can they throw a ball, but they can throw a ball deep downfield with ease. That's where that craft comes in. Dudes like that, like Mahomes, can stand there and grab. Dude, you seen that throw in that Bucs game in the Super Bowl? Mm-hmm. I know they lost that game, but there's barely any quarterbacks, barely any humans in this world that can make throws like that. It's so hard, and he can do things like that. So you gotta respect that craft.
Oh no, I totally agree with you, man. I really do, and I like this one. He's like, wait, where is it? Oh, there it is. Didn't pop up. Hurts rushing game this year predictions. I'm going to tell you, man, I think he actually has less yards rushing this year. And the reason that I say that is because this kid's going to pass more. You don't go out and get the likes of A.J. Brown to run the ball. Let's just be honest.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be forced to pass more. I still think he'll have – what did he have last year? 8?
He had 1,000 rushing yards with 10 touchdowns.
No, I thought he only had 8 something.
Or, yeah, it might have been 8. I could be
wrong. So I'm going to put him probably around 690. I think there will be games where he does rush a little more, but there's going to be some games where he doesn't hardly rush at all. And I truly think his rushing yards are going to start dropping as he continues to play. But that's just me. He's going to rush. Do not get me wrong. He's going to run. I just don't – I think they'll limit it.
Mm-hmm. And I will tell you this. Zach Pascal and Quez Watkins will be one of the biggest contributors in terms of his yards after the catch. And I'm telling you, bro, Nick Sirianni is going to design that yak after the catch just for those guys, and you'll see big improvements in like that 10 yards of area for those guys. First downs will come a lot more naturally. And then when you have guys like AJ Brown and Devontae Smith who can pick off the top of the defense with those 9 balls and those deep balls, it's gonna be even harder for defenses, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be
sure.
so much harder. And then you mix in Hurts's legs with the yards per carry with those running backs, and then you got Goddard on those seam balls, bro. It's gonna be hard to stop our offense.
Wentz needed 4 seconds or more from his O line, which is near impossible. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, who had the fastest? Yeah, it was Matthew Stafford had the fastest release last year at like 2.
Last year, yeah, I thought it was Roethlisberger.
And maybe it was no, that was the year before. That's when they started out like 7-0. Yeah, but I think even Matthew Stafford's release was like at 2.3 seconds last year. That's
Rodgers' release, I think this year is gonna be like history-wise one of the greatest, because the thing with Rodgers is now that he lost Adams, he's gonna have to start getting that ball off quick, man. He can't just stay in that pocket and like pick apart that defense, man, because you gotta let that ball off quick without your guy there for you, and he's gonna do that a lot.
Yeah, no, I can see that. Hurts will never be able to launch it like Mahomes and Josh Allen. Arm talent is rare. I 100% agree with you on that, Howie. 100% agree with you. But in all honesty, though, I really don't need Jalen Hurts to have an arm like Mahomes or Josh Allen. I just need him to be effective and efficient and be accurate. You know, you can win with Jalen Hurts' arm as long as he doesn't make dumb decisions, as long as he is accurate and he puts the ball where he needs to be and he leads his receivers. You know, I mean, I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I feel you can win with Jalen as long as he doesn't mess up.
I agree with you. I feel like you can win with those type of QBs, as long as they're not QBs that do the most and they come in, work. They don't make a bickering like situation about it. They just come in, work, you know, give you the production and still go out there and get you the wins, and don't make a fuss about it and be a diva. Then that's you can win with that.
Yeah, no. Josh Allen was compared to Wentz. Now he surpassed him. Well, I feel bad for Josh Allen because that is a fair fucking comparison.
I kind of feel bad for him.
Yeah, like poor Josh Allen, man. He's like, if I'm him, I feel really good about myself.
Being compared to Carson Wentz, I'm sorry. That's the last comparison I would want. Like, shoot, I'd rather be compared to like a Josh McCown more than a Carson Wentz.
Hopefully, Hurts has like 50 or less rushing yards per game. That would be amazing, dude. If Jalen Hurts could have 50 or less rushing yards per game, you automatically know what that means, right?
Mm-hmm.
This boy can fucking throw. That's what that means. So I'm all for that. If that is the case, and he only has 50 rushing yards a game, that means the dude can sling a ball. Or we're just really fucking shitty. Either or. But hopefully the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Richie, I 100% agree, man. I think you're going to see wide receiver screens with AJ
You'll see that a lot with Devontae, too.
Yeah, like, I really feel that because he's not tall, but he's a very big body guy. He can break tackles. It's going to be awesome watching him do screenplays. 500 yards top, I like that even more. Less running, the better, in all honesty.
Absolutely.
And Jalen Hurts O-line, if healthy, will give him the time to survey the field. Yeah. And not just that, Richie, but even the more trust he develops with this O-line, the more comfortable he'll be staying in the pocket, and he won't be looking to run out every chance he gets. You know what I mean? That's just trusting your O-line, trusting the boys in front of you, and that they'll keep you protected. That's something he has to learn. I know there was a lot of times last year he ran out of the pocket when he really technically didn't have to, but I I just hope that comes with time. You know, I don't really think that's going to be a major thing for him. What do you think, though?
With his O line.
Well, just him staying in the pocket and surveying the field
Yeah.
instead of running out. Like that comes with trust, right?
Yeah, I think it comes with trust, and I personally feel like staying in that pocket comes with how much does he trust his arm to beat you down the field, and of course he should trust his receivers because you got some of the very best in the league in terms of yards after the catch with Smith, Watkins, Pascal, and then you got guys with the physicality of Dallas Goedert and AJ Brown who will just annihilate you in the middle. So I mean, it comes with like I would say the touch and the timing, and you still got to worry about the awareness. But I think with Hurts, it's just like, man, bro, can he be that quarterback that just stands tall in the pocket and goes to a tree, and he's just not gonna stand there. He's gonna chop that tree down, and I feel like Hurts is gonna chop that tree down, and I trust Hurts to do that.
Yeah, I do too. Will JJ as tight end have plus or minus 150
Man, he ain't gonna.
yards receiving?
He'd be lucky to have a catch.
I don't even know if he's going to even touch the field, bro. I don't know. I would probably put in our concussion rookie tight end before I put in JJ. In all honesty,
that is sad.
Yeah, listen, JJ. I get it. He's an excellent run blocker, but nah. Like, dude, I can't fathom spending a second round pick on a run block. That's a wide receiver.
Sorry, my guy. If you got a concussion tight end over a receiver that got drafted in the second round who converted to tight end, and you're a converted tight end now, and there's a possibility that a concussion tight end will start over you. It's just sad, bro.
If that happens, bro, he should be off this team.
I'm sorry, dog. That is just terrible. I would hate to have that.
Dang, Hurts beating Mike Vick's Eagles rushing touchdown 9 record from 2010. Yeah, he did. Yep. No, I think he was also. I think he's also 6th all time in. Oh, I'll have to look it up. It's something. I'll have to look it up. I'll get back to you guys on that. Vic was electric and exciting. I get the opposite feeling when watching Hurts, unfortunately. Vic could throw deep. No, dude, listen. I almost cried the day we got Michael Vick. I remember I was in Alaska when I heard the news, and I was so happy, dude. I was a huge Michael Vick fan coming out of college when he played for Atlanta. I was even a fan of his even while he was in jail because you know what? He's one of the very few NFL people who did not sit there and bitch, whine, and complain. He took his punishment like a man. He did his fucking time, all his time, and then he came back and he played football. I give nothing but respect to him. Yeah, what he did was fucking wrong, but he paid his dues for it. So it is what it is. But no, dude, that's a lot. A lot of people look at Vic and they're like, man, this guy could run. Yeah, but he had a fucking arm too. Oh my God. Dude, I still remember watching Eagle games when he would throw the ball to Deshaun. The cameraman couldn't even keep up with the ball when he threw it. Like he had to just whip the camera just as fast as he threw the ball. Like Michael Vick's arm probably I don't know, man. He Michael Vick probably had one of the best arms in the NFL.
It naturally got so much better throughout like his timeline and like his career, bro. Like when you look at those Falcons days, those Eagles days, man, if you look at that Washington game too, I feel like that just set something off in his arm because, bro, that man was throwing the haymakers, bro. It felt like vibrance on that field because It was just glitch all over the field. Like, you not catching up to D-Jax or Michael Vick. Gone.
Yeah.
Suckers is gone. Harold Landry is not going to do anything.
Well, to be honest, Jadis, this is not a question for me. That's a question for him over there.
Yeah,
I'm not a basketball guy at all. I do like the Bulls, but I'm not a Laker dude.
yeah,
So
I would love to have Levine if y'all go get rid of him.
eat rocks. If we do, I'm gonna cry, man. I'm not lying. I will be very, 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 very upset, dude.
Hey, there is a possibility, man. We are a big market, and we got LeBron. Hey, I like our new head coach. I hope, because there is a 99% chance that they're gonna puppet him like they did Vogel. Because what team that you go to with LeBron James doesn't get puppeted around? Like, come on, it's LeBron James. You're probably gonna get puppeted. Like,
I agree with that, Random. I don't mind Jalen Hurts scrambling, and in fact, I think his arm is better while he's running. I don't know about y'all. I think Jalen throws. Yeah, I think he throws a better ball scrambling than he does actually staying in the pocket. But that's just me.
Remember that Raiders game where he threw it to Rager and Rager made that. I don't know how he actually caught a ball. Made that adjustment to that catch with like 3 defenders around him, and I feel like Hurts, he didn't like throw it great, but I don't know.
Yeah, remember the one against Atlanta when he jammed it in there to Goddard?
Yeah,
there was 3 dudes standing right there, 3 of them, and I don't even know how the fuck still today he made that throw. I've tried to look at it at every angle, and I can't find the angle that shows how he did it. Like, he got it in there somehow, but how? That was one hell of a throw, though, and he was scrambling when he did that. I think it, and he wasn't he scrambling when he threw the one to Greg Ward too?
Where it was
back shoulder fade against Washington, or was he in the pocket for that?
He was scrambling that one.
He has a better arm when he's running than he does just standing still.
But remember that Bucks game where he threw it to Watkins, and Watkins returned on that, I guess, adjustment fade ball. That was sick, bro.
Yeah.
All right, AK, I'll talk to you later, man. I gotta help.
Yeah, man. I'm getting ready to get off here anyway. I'm just finishing up these.
Yeah, man. You doing good. 3 hours, man. 3 hours, man. Keep those watch hours going, man. You gonna get to 1,000.
I'm not worried. It'll come when it comes, man.
Yes, sir, bro. You have a good one.
You too, buddy. Vic barely threw for over 3,000 yards twice, but people love him. Give Hurts a chance. Yeah. No, I know, man. But that's always the argument you're going to get, Random, between Vic and Hurts. Vic had an arm. Listen, I understand Hurts has an arm, but Vic had a fucking arm. But yeah. But that's all the thing you can get out of that. Only the Bulls, man. Only the Bulls. I don't kind of keep track of the Lakers. I don't keep track of the Sixers, anyone, but Bulls, yeah. You guys would say that. Yeah, no, he did, man. Listen, I love what he said, too. There was an interview that I watched Michael Vick on, and he said, if I would have known the things coming out of jail about football and about myself when I played for Atlanta, he's like, dude, I would have won 3 Super Bowls. You know, the type of passer he became when he was with us compared to when he was in Atlanta, he's like, I would have won 3 Super Bowls. He's like, because when I was with Atlanta, I was not a passer. I was a runner first. He's like, I knew I always could throw. He's like, I just never trusted it. He's like, so I always trusted my legs first, so I always ran. He's like, but when I was in Philly, he's like, I trusted my arm more than my legs. And he proved that. He's like, but if I would have known what I knew in Philly when I was 23, 24, he's like, dude, no one would have stopped me. And I 100% agree with him on that. If Michael Vick came in a full quarterback, like 100% complete, he might have been the best quarterback to ever live. I'm not even going to play. Because between his running and his arm, dude, good luck. D-Jax had that dog in him. Redskins were talking trash before that Monday night game, and D-Jax backed his talk up and more. Dude, we've always had dogs on this team for the most part. D-Jax was our saving grace for a long time. So I got nothing but respect for D-Jax. I agree with that, man. I do. I think if Vic would have went to a better college, we'll just say a better one, because I don't think Virginia Tech was that bad back in the day. If I remember right, that was a long time ago. But if I remember right, Virginia Tech wasn't that bad back in the day when he was there. So, I mean, if he could have went to, like, I would have gladly taken him at Penn State, dude. I would have loved to see what Joe Paterno could have done with Mike Vick. That would have been amazing. But yeah, maybe like Ohio State or Alabama or, you know, Oklahoma, one of those back in the day. But who knows? He was still a great athlete no matter what. One of my favorites, hands down, all time. Miss those Eagle days, man. Exciting offense, pass, and running. Yeah, no, I think out of all of that, man, I actually miss the defense more than anything. I do miss Michael Vick. I do miss D-Jax. I do miss those days, but, man, I loved our defense. I really did. You know, if anything, I want that defense back. You know. Richie MC, Vic failed out of college and had to go NFL. He failed out of college. Really? I did not know that. You do learn something every day. Hey, you got me there, man. It's just crazy how standards change from year to year. 3,000 yards is good. Now 3,500 is good. Now QBs need to throw over 4,000. Shows how the game changed. Yeah, no. Dude, I get what you're saying, because back in, like, you know, the 90s, mid-90s, late 90s, 3,000 yards was the average. Like, literally, if you threw over 3,000 yards, you were considered a god back in the day. You know, but it does change, man. It does change. You know, pretty soon it's going to be 5,000 yards. You're a bum. Like, it's going to be ridiculous, man. I don't know. You know, back in the day too, people had time to develop. You know, when Steve Young played, he knew he was going in there and he'd have his rookie contract to develop. He wasn't going to go in for 2 years, and if it didn't work out, they were going to trade him. No, back in the day, man, teams actually tried to develop their guys. They actually, when they drafted a quarterback, they gave them that 4 or 5 years. They stuck with them. They made sure to. You know, they cared. Now it's just names and money, man. It's just a fucking Ponzi scheme, honestly. Just take all our money. But we love watching it, so it is what it is. Agree, Vic's so good, yeah. No question, since you brought up defense, which you excited for, offense or defense? Defense, man. I gotta say defense. You know, I have a funny feeling that I know what this offense is going to do. At least I hope to assume I do. I'm not as worried about Nick as I am JG. So I definitely want to see, and I'm excited to see the defense, because we gave JG the weapons, and that's what he bitched about last year, is he didn't have the weapons to do it. Now you do, so I want to see the finished product. You know? And if the finished product is anywhere where my imagination is going, then we're good. You know? So. No, I'm in my house, dude. Just using the virtual background for now. I got some stuff on the way. You know, I got a green screen coming, a mic coming, some other things. So we'll have some upgrades here pretty soon, man. But yeah, no, I'm in the house. Nah, I'm actually getting ready to go to bed here, man. It is 1 a.m. out here on the East Coast, and I do appreciate each and every one of you guys joining me tonight, talking football, hanging out. It's always fun. I believe in our defense, our D-line, linebackers, and starting CBs are great. Yeah, no, I feel you, man. There's no question at all that this team should not have 12 wins. 10 being your floor, 13 being your ceiling. You know, there's so much potential here, man. There's so much talent, young and old. We got a good mixture of vets and youth. Man, the sky's the limit for this team. I mean, this team is only going to go as far as these coaches take us, you know. I have belief, man. I do. I can honestly sit here and tell you that I believe we're going to win the NFC East. In all honesty, I believe it. It might be close. Dallas might end up making it close. It might be just by one game. I don't know. I hope not, but I don't know. But I think we'll be able to do it, man. And I think we'll get one playoff win this year. So that's all I really want. I don't even care about a Super Bowl this year. In all honesty, I don't care. Just get me one playoff win. Show improvement. Get through this year unscathed, uninjured, and let's take these 2 first-round picks next year, bang this team out a little bit more, and let's make our run. You know, this year you're only showing me improvements from last year. This year you're only showing me that you guys went, you took the off season, you learned, you got better, and you're here to compete. But like I said, I believe in I said last year, I believe in 2 years this team will be ready to compete. This year we're going to compete, but next year we're going to compete, Pete. So I appreciate each and every one of you in here. Thank you so much, man. Women, men, not sure your gender, but appreciate you guys so much. And listen, we're going to do more of these. I took a kind of 4-day hiatus here. Had to spend some time with the family, had some things I got to do. But, you know, I probably won't be on tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday, but I will be back either Monday or Tuesday. You guys have a great rest of your Memorial Day weekend. I hope each and every one of you are safe. Spend time with your friends, your family, your loved ones, your kids. Enjoy each other's company. Have a great weekend. Be safe, and I will catch you all back here later. Until next time, this is AK Eagles and another AK Eagles podcast. Very successful. Appreciate you guys. Fly Eagles fly. Peace out.